Welcome back. And this week, I'm here for our date, Rose. I'm Derek.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Jack.
I'm Zip.
And this is Bad Movies,
Worst People.
We're here and we're back. And this week we have a guest with us, Zip,
Welcome
who has
back.
been on the show before twice now.
A couple times. This
And
is
he'll
my
be
third.
back. He'll be back soon. Before twice is what I meant.
Oh yeah.
Did I say that? No.
I
And
don't
he'll
know.
be back soon
I'm not paying
because
attention to you.
he was here for Friday the 13th,
Yeah.
the original.
Yeah.
And then out of the bag, he drew Friday the 13th, part 2.
Is your favorite?
No, my
No.
favorite is actually part
4
what is
or
it?
5?
6.
Oh.
It's part
10.
6.
Part X. Jason in space.
Part 6, the end of the Tommy Jarvis saga.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the one that we talked. That's the one with Doug?
We've not
It's
seen
not
either
Doug.
Roy.
I could never. Roy.
No, Roy was 5.
Oh, okay.
Roy
so
was
it comes
5.
after
This is
that.
after.
Okay.
Yeah, there's one
Oh, yeah,
more
because it ends
story
with the
left
dude with the
in
hockey
the
mask
Tommy
jumping out
Jarvis
That's right.
thing.
'cause
Yeah,
they,
got it.
They make
got
it seem like he's gonna be the killer.
Yeah.
Question mark.
But then he goes
Remind
to
the
mental
people who you
institution.
are, profession wise, what you love,
Oh.
what you don't love, what's your favorite flower.
Um,
We'll do a big wrap up at the end, but
Do you like long walks on beaches?
Are you looking
Short
for
walks.
anybody?
no. Short walks on the beach.
yeah, short walks.
Not too close to the water because Joss fucked me up for life. It's my favorite movie, but it fucked me. I can't go.
I
in the
relate to
water.
that though, because I love Jaws and I hate the water.
dude.
We're going to be on a boat in less
Yeah, I
than
know.
5 days.
I love porn and I hate
That's-
gangbangs.
That's
So it's
crazy to me.
Wait, which part were you in?
yeah. It's one of those fluid things.
Golden shower.
That's crazy to me that you're going to be on a boat
Yeah.
out in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Yeah, just floating
That's why we
around.
spent a month watching movies about oceanic disasters.
Oh yeah, we did Drownuary.
Nice.
Yeah, The Abyss, Leviathan.
Was it the Poseidon
Deep Star
Adventure? or
6.
whatever?
Deep
Did you
Star
guys watch
6.
that one?
No, we didn't end up
No?
doing the Poseidon Adventure.
Waterworld.
It was on the thing, but
Yeah, we did do Waterword.
Waterword.
Because that was a
Waterworks.
water disaster.
But when you guys are seeing this and hearing this, we have been back already.
Yeah.
I
Maybe.
hope.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hope this
right?
isn't a podcast from the grave.
It might be. It'll be posted.
Great beyond.
Are you here for your date, Rose?
Yeah, so what do you want to plug yourself up front for the camera and then plug yourself later?
Which camera is it?
It's the one. It's the tall
The
one.
farthest
right
one
there.
there.
How you doing? My name is Zip. I tattoo in Tucson, Arizona. I also do paintings. So my Instagram is at zip_tattooist. TATTOOIST. Either that or zip_painter. Those are my Instagrams. That's usually the best way to get a hold of me.
And I think Derek will probably put a link in the description.
Yeah,
usually.
yeah. I always put a link in the
Ah.
description.
He does
so.
phenomenal work. He's working on my left arm sleeve.
Oh,
He's just-
stop.
He's the only one that's ever tattooed my husband.
I get lucky sometimes.
I got 2. I don't know if you can see them. I can see my arms. The screen's very far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need a man in the chair.
That would be called a producer. And we don't have money.
Damn, we got to pay them?
Oh, you know what? Speaking of money,
Uh-oh.
we have a Patreon at
Ooh.
patreon.com/worstpeople.
It's only $3, guys.
Yeah.
A month.
A month.
A month. $3 a month. But you get all the content.
You're kidding me. Is that the top tier? Because I
That's
know most Patreons,
that's the only
they
tier
have
right now.
tiers.
Yeah.
But you
Really?
can overpledge like a couple people we have.
We
Yeah,
have-
we have a couple people who pledged $5.
Thank you, Hector. Thank you, Tanker Tom.
I would
Yeah.
encourage people to do so.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But for those who aren't familiar, this is something I'm trying to do, but I keep forgetting. This is Bad Movies, Worst People. Don't get mad if you love the movie we're talking about. We watch movies that may or may not be considered bad for whatever reason, and then we decide what we think about it.
Yeah, bad is
While
a
we
relative
make
thing
jokes in
anyway.
between. Exactly. Most of the time, these movies are trash, and we love them.
Yeah.
I personally love the movie that we watched this evening.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite slashers of all time, I'd have to say.
This is Zip brought this to us, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, because I've never even heard of this.
Originally titled Rosemary's Killer in
Okay.
the UK. And I think before that it was the Pitchfork Murderers.
I
or the
like that
Massacre,
less.
Pitchfork Massacre. But this is the Prowler here. I'm gonna show that to the camera here.
Other camera.
Other one.
Other camera.
But that one can see you too.
Great movie.
Yeah.
We're
We're gonna get into how much I like it.
I
Or
saw
don't.
that. Like,
Or don't.
You said it was originally Pitchfork Massacre.
Uh-huh.
I saw a thing, and you might know more
It
than
was
the random trivia.
Graduation something.
Well, like, so it was Rosemary's Killer or The Prowler, and then it was when it came out again in like 2014, probably the Blu-ray, is when people found out that it had been re-released in 1984, and it was the exact same movie, and it was called The Pitchfork Massacre.
Yeah.
But they can't find who the distributor was. There's no records, so it's like it was like someone got it, and they were like, "Well, I'm putting this out."
It's fucking
Right.
guerrilla releases.
Yeah.
Damn.
Was it you
Probably
in a past life?
maybe.
Well, and
It was
the work-
1984. It's right before I was born.
Yeah.
So that guy
He got
killed.
murdered for
He
it.
got killed by the
CIA was
Prowler.
like, "You ain't putting this out on our watch."
the working title even was something different. It was Graduation something. I can't remember what it was, but I remember.
Dude, who's this cop look like? The deputy,
Oh,
the serial
it's
killer.
Peter
Weller.
No, a serial killer. Why am I doing this with my hand?
Oh, Richard Ramirez.
Richard Ramirez. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
How did you get that?
The pentagram on the hand. I've
Yes.
actually tattooed that before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you tattoo Richard Ramirez? We
No,
have to
no,
talk.
no, no.
Whole new podcast.
I tattooed that
This
image
guy,
on somebody.
this guy's a Richard Ramirez looking dude. I didn't trust him right away, which made me think he's not the killer, so I trusted him.
They were saying Peter Weller, which I
Yeah.
could see,
I
and then
did-
I was like,
I
"This
said
is
Peter Weller vibes.
He was giving some RoboCop off.
this is
Okay.
probably what Richard Lynch looked like before the fire."
Oh,
Yeah.
I can see that. Yeah, this is him with lips.
Which is a great tie-in segue to talk about the director Joseph Zito,
Go
who we
on.
just talked about last week on Invasion USA.
What a fucking banger of a movie, by the way.
Back to Zito Town.
Directed.
Yeah.
by.
No, he
Yeah.
told me, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm in. I was delighted. He's going to bring this up anyway. So before we hit record, Whitney was saying it was interview with like Tom Savini because you had the Blu-ray. I was like,
Yeah.
thank God, because I was wondering. I was like, this is some Savini level amount
It
of
is.
blood,
It is.
Yes.
and that's not a complaint for
The
anyone
special
listening.
effects were phenomenal.
Dude.
I think he really like raised the bar up to.
They need to bring
A
that
lot,
shit back.
Just
Savini
every
needs a
scene-
class.
Every scene had my favorite amount of blood.
Yeah.
My favorite kill. Do we
What was
wait?
No,
Oh.
let's hear it.
My
Let's
favorite
hear it.
kill is the pool.
The pool?
The pool.
Oh well, the knife
The
cutting
knife
in the throat?
into the
Yeah.
neck is just some. I was in my house just like clapping like I was
Like,
in a
it
fucking
looked
Disney
so
movie.
real,
Just
right?
fucking. It was so good.
Uh,
What didn't look good was her spasms. But
Yeah. Yeah. My
Special
favorite
effects can't save acting.
my favorite was the pitchfork in the shower up the wall.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Dude,
A
how
solid
real
one.
did that look?
I don't think I have
Awesome.
a least
It
favorite
looked
kill.
so real.
Yeah, pretty
You
much.
know?
Even,
Yeah, I mean,
even
'cause-
the ones that weren't,
Just the balls of this movie to show that throat cut as close and as often as they did for
Yeah.
as long as they did.
Yeah.
The knife in the flesh, like moving back and forth, and the blood
'Cause
pouring
we-
out.
Yeah.
I read that this is Tom Savini this is the thing he is the most proud of,
Oh,
And
he
he should
should
be.
be.
and he's done
Yeah.
a lot of shit.
Yeah, he
so-
should be.
1000%.
He definitely should be.
And it's only 8 kills.
And
We
you know
see
what?
a shotgun decimate somebody's head later, and
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks awesome, but they pan away or they
Yeah.
cut away as soon as they have to. Not the throat cut.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
they cut away. We watched on the Blu-ray. There's like a reel that Tom Savini like recorded basically on a video camera behind the scenes of each special effect.
Yeah.
And when he shot the head, only half of it was destroyed. So I think that's why they cut away. But then because then they go back and they show a completely obliterated stump.
Gotcha. That
So-
makes sense. And again, I'm
But
not
he-
complaining why they cut away. The throat thing was like, keep looking.
Yeah.
He did
I
it
dare
with
you.
a real shotgun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did
yeah.
the same
Well,
thing.
there's
on
all the
Maniac.
kills. See you guys next time.
All right. So
So,
Zip,
yeah.
thanks for being here. Great for bringing the Blu-ray.
A little fun fact here about the director of this movie. He actually directed Friday the 13th Part 4 and had
Is that
Tom
Dream Warrior?
Savini.
No.
That's Nightmare on Elm Street, man. And that was part
Dream
3.
Warrior.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. He had Tom Savini come back for his second Friday the 13th movie.
Okay.
So he did 1 and 4, the special effects.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm excited for that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
We'll get there whenever it comes
That's
out of the magic
beginning
bag.
of the
Yeah, it's
Tommy
not up to
Jarvis.
us.
Yeah, we aren't watching them in order at all. So
Don't
you know,
forget
we
your
draw out of
magic
the bag.
murder bag.
Yeah, you're gonna be on all of them with us. Yeah.
I would like to, yeah, for sure.
I think this year and next year, I think there's only one
I
Friday
have a
the
lot to
13th.
say, obviously, about him.
A lot to say to you
I'm a
people.
fucking nerd.
I want to mention
I
real
apparently
quick.
surround myself in nerds.
Yeah.
You have a type.
Well,
They're bearded,
were
glasses,
talking
and
before
nerds.
the recording, and just like going back and forth about all these different movies.
Oh my god! While I was waiting for you to get here, you couldn't get here fast enough.
Which
They
time?
We were
the first
nerding out.
time. They were geeking out so hard. Derek was taking him through all the fucking film, all the movies on all the shelves.
All the
And
different
I'm just
releases.
sitting there on my phone like,
You should have followed him behind with a camera.
I shoulda.
Yeah, where are you with the reels and the special features?
That could have been a tick
the
or a
fuck?
talk.
Are you paying me for that?
Yeah.
With kisses. Hershey's Kisses. Sponsor of this podcast.
No, they're not.
No, they're not. They're just delicious.
They should be.
Yeah.
And they're also not that good. This movie is written by like 5 people, but the two main ones are Neil Barbera, not from Hanna-Barbera, and Glenn
Damn.
Leopold.
Cut down a quick joke real quick, why don't you?
But I had to say that because the other things that these people have written besides The Prowler are things like Smurfs, not like the cartoon, Johnny Quest, Tom and Jerry, Yogi Bear. So I mean,
Wait,
Are you
and
sure
not
it's
Hanna
yeah,
not?
I
Barbera.
looked it up. That's Joseph Barbera. That's of Hanna-Barbera. This is Neil Barbera.
Are they
Maybe
brothers?
related, but I didn't see it on the
Maybe.
thing I looked up real quick.
Huh.
They're
His middle name
twins.
is middle name is
The evil
Two.
twin.
Neil Two Barbera. He's a serf for the whole family.
Yeah, I mean they could be related. I didn't. But
Does it mean like
it's-
get on your knees? Get on your
on
knees?
your
Get on
knees.
your knees?
Yeah, like Neil. Like kneel to the Lord.
So,
the king.
Yeah.
I couldn't
Bounce
find
the
exact
Barbera.
numbers for budget or box office, but we'll still play the game because I have a rough idea.
Okay.
Give us the budget.
We've been playing a game of budget versus box office. So
He
the
gives us
budget
budget.
the budget was less than $1 million. IMDb
for sure.
says 1 million, but then online on like the Wikipedia page and stuff, it says it was less.
That's
than $1
only
million.
because I think Tom Savini was having like a sober month.
he,
Yeah.
had,
The
he
budget
still
would've
had a
been
bunch of
1.1
cocaine left
million.
over from when he was doing Maniac right before this.
All right, $1 million budget just
yeah, he
about.
did come from Maniac right into this.
Did it? And it
Ladies first.
It released in theaters. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say.
But I'm sure it probably did better in the drive-ins.
And I don't know how much that gets counted towards.
So
box.
Yeah.
do we have the whole like a total box or just like
There's one rough number.
7 million?
Ah, you scallywag. That was gonna be mine.
It was 80. Oh, it was like it's 80.
12 million. 12.5 million.
I'm gonna say 3.
Also less than 1 million.
What?
Whoa.
But there's a
See, I
stupid-
knew to aim low because it's an indie film, you know.
But every
Yeah.
now and then those surprise us.
Well, there's
right?
a stupid story
Yeah,
about
sometimes.
why. So the producer, some distribution company, I don't remember who, approached the producer and said, "Hey, we'll distribute your movie for $750,000," which was close to what the movie cost.
Right.
So the guy was like, "Fuck you, I'll put it out myself."
Oh man.
So he self-distributed, and it made less than $1 million. And Joseph Zito blames that for the reason the movie made no money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would too.
I
Is
just
Jo-
did.
Is Zito still alive?
I don't know. I think so.
Could he get royalties from this?
He might.
Like
Depends
they
on what
should-
his contract was.
Yeah.
You should talk. Like
I mean, DVD sales will have got to be pretty decent, right? This is pretty culty.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
feels like
it
it's
is
got that
very
Blu-ray.
culty. I have a Blu-ray. It did like, well, to find it in VHS format is like a unicorn.
Okay.
To find it in DVD is pretty hard. Blu-ray's even harder for some reason.
Weird.
Yeah,
Well, it's
but they did
it
a
was
Blue
put out-
Underground one.
Yeah.
that is easier to find now. So that's the one I got here.
Yeah, Blue Underground does a lot of the I have Maniac and Maniac 2, and I think they're both Blue
Oh,
Underground.
classic titles.
Or
like
Maniac, Cop and Maniac
2.
Cop 2. Sorry. I also have
I know
Maniac,
between you
but
two, those are like big swinging dick
Yeah.
names.
Yeah, but I know
Maniac
you
Cop
don't know much.
has Bruce
Wait,
Campbell
here.
in it. So
Oh, oh, I'm intrigued.
Oh, and what's the
didn't hear
big
it.
dude's name?
Bruce
I
Campbell.
forgot that
Oh.
dude.
Robert Zadar.
Robert Zadar.
It's just-
yes.
Bruce Campbell and Robert Zadar.
Who's Robert Zadar? I know the name.
You you broke that jaw?
Oh, I do know him.
Yeah.
Cherry 2000. I know
Yes.
that's not what you quoted, but
No,
he was
Tango
in
and
Cherry
Cash, right?
2000.
2000.
You always
Wasn't
say
he also in
3000.
Samurai Cop.
Yes, Samurai
Such a
Cop.
terrible movie.
Yeah.
It's not. Miami Connection or Cherry 2000 right now. Which one are you
Miami
going to watch?
Connection.
She hated both.
Oh,
Gun to your head, dude.
Shoot me.
Well, I'm going to shoot you with Miami Connection because he grabbed that.
that's it.
Okay.
Such a
I'll
great movie.
throw the vinyl at you.
I mean,
later.
I've seen and heard it multiple times, and I've only seen Cherry 2000.
I don't know what
Cherry 2000,
she's doing here.
It's great.
How do you not love that?
So the movie starts with some war footage, and I was like, Jack's gonna turn this on and be like, did I accidentally start one of my World War II documentaries?
Almost text you, am I watching the right movie? Because I'm like, this is something I was watching last night. This is what is happening, dude. You saw the amount of cocktail straws. You know I was watching some World War II shit.
Yep. Once you get to a certain age, most of us, we go for the World War II shit.
Yeah, I hit it at like 19.
I was like, yeah, I watched all the World War II show.
It took me till about like my 30s, my mid 30s.
I've always been an old man. Yeah, 100%. I was like, fuck, is this the right movie? And I kept hitting like up for information. I was like, 1981, The Prowler. I see Zito. I'm doing right.
Yeah, it's just kind of a rough setup for the killer, right? And so it's like this news spokes guy. The guy talking on the newsreel.
Newscaster?
Yeah, he's not a newscaster.
Reporter?
Newsreel people.
Here come the boys.
Yeah,
The voiceover?
Here come the boys back from overseas.
Reporter?
Look at him go.
I don't know if those count as reporters.
Boy, he'll get a little lady tonight.
What
But
else
like-
would he be? An MC? A disc jockey?
I don't know. It was only on newsreels. That's not how they talked on the news. So I don't know if those guys count as reporters or if they're just voice actors.
Talkie talks.
Probably.
I
Talkie
said a
Talkman.
voiceover.
But he's saying all this stuff, and then he says something really weird, which I'm like, okay, well, that obviously ties to the movie. Because he's like, and some of these guys got Dear John letters, and they're going to have to rebuild their whole lives.
And then it
losers.
And then it goes directly into a Dear John letter.
Yeah. I think we could have just started at that. But
Is it a Jody or a
Probably.
Josie that sleeps with? It's
A Jody.
Jody. A Jody's a military term for someone that sleeps with your girl while you're deployed.
Well, we see a Jody getting killed at the beginning of this movie.
Yeah,
Fuck
we
yeah.
do.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he's a punk too.
Yeah,
He's a
we'll get to
little
that
shit.
guy.
He's a fucking punk bitch.
But yeah, we get this.
My daddy, he's got all the money.
Dude, that he's like, your
off.
dad's gonna be so jealous. Why? Walk all the way around the car, get in the car, close the door, fix his jacket. Because my dad has more money.
Then he does.
Fuck you.
I do love this car, though.
I love the
That was,
car.
that was a great car.
I don't blame the car.
Yeah.
There's no bad cars, just bad drivers.
Yep.
The suicide doors
the
and everything
Pinto.
on it.
Ooh, that wasn't a bad car if you didn't get rear-ended. Don't ever stop.
It's this couple. It's Rosemary, who's the one who wrote the letter, hence Rosemary's Killer,
Yeah.
and Roy, not Doug. And it's
Sure.
1945, Avalon Bay. College graduation. We come to find out three-quarters of the way through the movie.
I know the whole beginning of the movie. I'm like, there's no way this is a high school graduation. They're hiding the alcohol because maybe it's a dry county, maybe it's only a 2-year college. Like,
Wait, the entire thing's a college graduation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that makes it so much better. This cop was like at a high school dance.
That's what we were
Oh
saying.
my God. This
That's
whole
what we
time
were
I'm like,
saying.
this is fucking creepy. And everyone's like, isn't she graduating soon? Like,
yeah,
That's what I said when the guy's like, "She graduates soon, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Cool." He's like, "Oh, good. She's at least 17. Go
That's
for
dude,
it."
that was my
Like,
thought. I was like, man, our hero is a fucking like a groomer. Our
yeah.
hero is Drake.
I spent so much time. Like Derek's like, you were focusing on the wrong
Like
part of
we'd
this
be watching
movie.
the movie, and 20 minutes later, she'd be like, "Maybe it's like a dry county, and that's why they can't drink." Like just out of nowhere.
Let it go, Whitney. Let it go.
I was fixated on it.
No,
for
she
10
was
minutes. So hard.
until it came up that it was an actual college, and they only say it once in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah, towards the end, no less.
Maybe
so
it's a fucking
until then, she's like every
Catholic
10,
college.
15 minutes. There's no way this is a
I was
high
like,
school.
there's no way it's a high
This is
school.
not
These
a high
girls are
school.
living in a dorm.
They're in a dorm.
Oh, I
There's
guess
no high
that's true
school.
too. I didn't think about that. I
Yeah.
just thought of like a private school.
Yeah.
Fucking Richies.
Yeah, because she
Yeah,
does
yeah.
say dorm at one point. But it's Rosemary and Roy, and they go off to make out. So they go out into the darkness and then walk into the brightly lit gazebo. And they're like, let's make out on this private property where no one
Right,
can
who-
see us.
Oh, he's doing some
Whose
good
property
sweet
is
talking
that?
too. He's like, you didn't gotta take your dress off.
I
So
was
romantic.
so
Girl,
romantic.
girl, I don't even
Yeah.
need you to get naked. I'm gonna come before I even get in there. And he's even talking
Come here and
shit.
sit
He's
on
like,
Santa's lap.
if your boyfriend was here, he'd be fucking wishing he was back on them beaches. You fucking dodged this whole thing because you're daddy.
Yeah, exactly. But we get lights out, and then there is some penetration, but it's not by a penis.
That we know of.
There may have been.
There might have
may have been.
It might have slipped.
But
in
what
there.
we
Might have
see
been
is
soaking.
a pitchfork go through both these people.
Oh, yeah.
Which is
Ooh,
just wonderful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, especially when he puts his foot into it.
Okay, so
Beautiful.
I have been drinking a lot of the day.
All right.
Is there a reason for the pitchfork?
No.
That's his thing, dude.
That's just his thing. Well,
Jason's
They
got a
all pick
machete.
thing.
yeah, no. His thing is a World War II outfit and bayonet. You don't get two
Well,
things.
he has a shotgun too, though.
You
A
don't get
sawed-off.
3 things.
Have
That
you-
could go with the Vietnam vet. That
remember-
could also go with the farmer.
Right.
World War II vet. Also, though,
What
do
did
you
I say?
World War.
Vietnam.
You said
Oh,
Vietnam.
okay. Sorry.
But also,
Because
don't
I
you
want to bring up
remember-
he's wearing the Pacific fucking boots, not the fucking European war boots.
Oh,
Well,
what
the
a-
thing was
what a-
the eyelet.
Hey, they
with
fought
hook-
for our country too.
the eyelet with the hook sleeve, I guess,
Uh-huh.
because it's not part of the boot.
Yeah.
It's just a sleeve over the boot.
No, some of the ones we did for the Pacific were part of the boot. The
Oh.
jungle combat boot.
Okay, but the
keep
ones
water
he's
out.
wearing is a sleeve.
He's a hodgepodge of it all.
It's well, it's also I think it was his knife holder.
You know what they didn't have in World War
The
II
bayonet holder.
for fighting for
Yes.
America? Farmers. Well, with pitchforks.
I know.
I was going to say,
because
I'm pretty sure there was a lot of farmers
There
out
Actually,
there.
there was.
my grandfather, they turned my grandfather away.
Because he wanted to carry his pitchfork.
Well, no, he's a different kind of farmer.
He refused to put his pitchfork down.
No, because he was.
He's like, I'm going to get me some of them Germans with this pitchfork.
They're,
4 at a time. Got him.
So then he lays a rose.
I'm not going to let go of, by the way, the fact that he's a farmer fucking soldier.
Well, see, okay, so he's got his soldier stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
He's got the bayonet and he's got the shotgun.
Uh-huh.
Because he
And
was
then when
in
he
war.
came home,
Yeah.
he went and got his pitchfork. Because he's like, I'm taking care of this dude with my down home stuff. My pitchfork from my California home.
Pick a lane, buddy.
Because the devil has a
was in
pitchfork, and so
California
he's
that they
stabbing
made it?
everybody
It's
with
the
the devil's
Avalon is-
pitchfork, sending them straight to hell.
All right. She's doing a little bit of work.
Yeah, Avalon is supposed to
It's
be
my
in
job.
California. And that's where Joseph Zito wanted to film it too. It's a real city in California.
But they ended up filming in
They
Jersey.
filmed in Jersey because this town they
Huh.
filmed in looked like a ghost town.
Oh.
That's just Jersey. You know all those beautiful spots.
I mean, that's what they claim, but we talked about it while we were watching it, and it might just be because Jersey was cheaper.
Probably.
I mean, Friday the 13th was all made there, so.
Yep.
nobody wanted to visit anyway.
And then we cut to Avalon Bay in 1980.
1980. That jarring. She had to ask.
I missed the cut. I was like, I like the note that says,
Title,
"Hey,
title
it's
card.
1980 now," and I was like, "What is happening?"
That girl's not from 1945.
That style's not 1945. They weren't wearing shorts in public in 45. If you're a woman wearing shorts in 45, you got shot.
We're introduced to our hero being a pervert.
Yeah, he is.
Deputy Mark London. I got one actor's name because I know who he was. Everybody else didn't do anything. I saw this guy produced and directed a bunch of soap operas.
Such as these movies, though.
Yeah.
yeah.
But Deputy Mark London, who's just ogling these girls, which, and again, an hour later we find out are at least in
whore.
college.
I just
Yeah.
found out. I just found out
Just
right
now.
now. I had trouble rooting for this guy. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's our hero, but the girl's 17, 18.
Yeah.
Well, I love that he's
You're at
like
a high
'cause he's-
school prom.
they're
You're
putting
going
up-
to a cotillion, okay?
Ugh. Cotillion.
They're putting up the banner, and he's just standing underneath this girl on the ladder.
Oh,
just
yeah.
staring
Like
at her
looking
ass.
at your ass.
Lisa's such a whore.
And then the girl that he's like courting, Pam, comes out, and she's got this document she printed for whatever, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry, the printing's really small. I wouldn't want you to strain your eyes twice." And I was like,
Ah, got it.
Got
He's
him.
He's like, I'm gonna be taking you to lunch though right now.
Is that a sex move?
For me, it is.
Is that like him initiating? I'm going to take you to lunch.
You can get in my pants.
I was
now.
going to take you to the movies, but they don't let you bring in outside snacks.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Shit.
You like
I
it?
like that one.
That was a good one.
Every now and then.
and we meet the
What's her
sheriff who is going out of town to go fishing, and he's like, "Nothing could possibly go wrong tonight. You're just gonna have a couple of drunk kids from the graduation. You'll be fine, deputy. You
Remember-
can take care of this."
I was
Remember, there's-
instantly suspicious.
Same.
Right here.
Yeah.
Same. And then he's
Why are you
like,
trying to find your way out of this movie?
he's
Where you
like,
going?
What's she doing?
you know, the people
You have an alibi?
are still the way they are. They don't like that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Well,
What
we
sort of
only
thing?
see that referenced once later on when the guy comes in complaining about kids out
In the
doing stuff in the cemetery. And he's like, "We never had this problem in the last 30 years." That's where he finally says, "With this college." He's like, we haven't had this problem in 30 years. I guess they haven't had graduation parties for 30
No,
years.
she said that. She says
Yeah,
that in the
she did
beginning.
say
Oh,
that,
okay. I
yeah.
missed that part.
Because of, I think, what happened.
Because of
Yeah.
Rosemary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you noticed on the sheriff's coat when she's wearing it, it says Chatham Sheriff Department. So like the old Chatham, whatever his name is.
Oh, Chatham.
Whatever the wheelchair
Yeah.
man is.
Yeah.
It's his county. Like the county in town is his town.
Whatever the wheelchair man is. You mean Lawrence Tierney?
Talk about
Sure.
The
Reservoir
only
Dogs.
actor to do anything else
Yeah.
other than this movie.
Yeah,
Oh.
like Reservoir Dogs.
I didn't get a good look
One
at the
episode of
dude.
Seinfeld, he plays Elaine Bennett's dad.
He's in
Aw.
Junior. He's in Armageddon. He plays someone's dad.
Armageddon. Who's he in
He was
Armageddon?
a drunk guy in what movie?
Most of them.
Oh yeah.
Life.
He's in Tough Guys Don't Dance
Wait.
with
go,
Wings
go
Hauser.
back to Armageddon. Who's
He
dad
was
is
someone's
he?
dad. I don't know.
It's not Liv Tyler's.
No, her dad's sure underwears.
Oh no,
Her real dad.
Is this your leopard print
Bruce's-
thong or mine?
Isn't Bruce Willis her dad?
And that.
No.
That's in Armageddon.
We
Oh,
were-
I thought he's talking about.
No,
I'm
I
talking
know.
real
I
life.
know. Liv Tyler's father is Steve
Yeah,
Tyler
it's
from
like,
Aerosmith.
What the?
We were talking about this yesterday at work, and Jack was like, dude, laundry in that house has to be confusing.
Why are there so many scarves, Dad? Ugh. It's a fucking soccer match?
Jesus.
Well, we meet all the roommates, various girls, Lisa, Sherry, and some other ones.
I'm not going to remember any of these girls' names.
Lisa and Sherry, I remember because they're the ones who get.
Lisa's
murder-lated.
the short hair, short shorts?
Lisa's the slutty one.
Yeah, short
Which
hair,
one?
short
Okay.
shorts.
Well, she's the one that's trying to hit on the deputy
Yeah.
later on, and
She-
But not the short hair.
No.
she's the one who gets killed in the pool.
Yes,
Okay.
she
All right.
bangs the deputy from behind at the dance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What makes the deputy bang her from behind?
No, she comes up to the table and just gives him a fucking...
that's why he spills his wine.
Yeah,
gives
that's
him a
why
good goose in.
His
it was
wine,
the-
it's
it was the
punch.
Not with that amount of vodka. That's wine at best. You throw a fucking couple fucking Welch's grapes in a wine glass. Call it whatever you want. You can't just give me Welch's grape juice with vodka and tell me it's wine.
That one actually made sense though.
Ah, damn it, Ross Perot. He's starting to become lucid.
But we find out that all these girls are gonna die because one of the girls is like, "Hey, do you have any rolling papers?" And the other girl's like, "Yeah, right here." And then
I got these when I was fucking
Carl
that one
gave 'em
dude.
to me.
Carl.
the girl with the rolling papers is like, "Carl gave them to me. Also, we're gonna fuck later."
Well,
He's
broke
such
a
an
couple of
animal.
rules now.
Such an animal.
He was also a black dude. Oh, well, we're all fine. You guys are dead. You broke all the rules. All the tropes now.
We also get like some cutaways to the Prowler suiting up,
Yeah.
to tying his laces and stuff.
I'm digging the fucking ankle sleeve thing.
Little spats.
What's
love
the
that. Why don't they make
is the
shoes
whole
like
thing
that?
a thing? He's got like the thing, a hood that goes over his head.
I'm
but he,
sure
like,
It's
pulls
definitely
all the
not
way
from World
closed.
War II.
I'm sure it is at some point. I mean, we're talking that's early commando warfare
Yeah.
on both sides. It could exist. It's not like a full ghillie suit. It's just a fucking
Right.
like hood that goes over and
It's his fishing gear.
He can see through. They can't see his face.
yeah, because the fish you need to
'Cause he's going
camouflage yourself
fishing.
and fit with fish.
They can't see
Fish
me.
are up there like, is that a guy or a tree? Either way, I'm gonna eat this worm on this hook. I'm gonna think about it.
We also have Lisa flashing Chatham
Woo!
across the street
Yeah.
because they're like, that old pervert's been watching us all semester, and she's like, "Oh yeah, boobles." He
Now
does
it's-
not look happy about it, by the way.
No,
He looks
because-
upset.
Yeah.
You damn kids! I had a stroke.
Now you're trying to make me stroke. It's not fair.
Well, now something on him can stand up.
I can't hold the curtain open with one hand and jerk off with the other. Only half me works.
Speaking of going fishing, my reel just came alive in my hands. Oh, Lisa.
Let me see what that mount do.
He's more into watching.
Yeah. He's
But
a
somebody
warrior.
else is more into watching.
There's a lot of people into watching this movie.
But like, so Pam is leaving, and she's like, "Hey Sherry, do you want me to
Is
wait?"
Pam our
Pam's the
last
blonde.
girl?
Pam's
Pam,
yeah.
Pam is the blonde.
Pam was giving off final girl
The whole
energy
time.
right away.
The whole time.
Immediately.
Yeah.
She's just like, no, I
'Cause
don't
you
want any of
know-
that alcohol.
Uh-huh.
You know,
You know
I'm
with
mad at
Lisa-
my boyfriend, and I'm not just gonna go fuck him.
The second Lisa flashed an old man, you're like, well, you're
She's
not
dead.
our final girl.
I knew the second
She asked
the
for
chick
rolling
was
papers.
asking for rolling papers, and even the other chick, and I'm like, okay, and the boyfriend that gave them to her.
Uh-huh. Like, all right, who am I going to be
There they
rooting for? There she is. Found her.
Yep. Yeah.
The sober one. I guess that's who I'm rooting
I
for.
don't normally root for the
blonde-haired
sober
lady.
one. Guess what? She's gonna have a big drinking problem after this movie's over.
Yeah.
Her coping mechanisms are gonna be for shit.
I do like. I can wait.
She'll
till we get
never
there.
look at a pitchfork from World War II the same ever again.
Oh, World War II era pitchfork.
Yeah, those are the worst ones.
Those are the worst.
Or
They
the
don't,
best.
they don't make them like they used to.
For a reason.
Yeah.
For stabbing.
We used them all for killing Nazis, apparently.
Hey guys, I don't want to sound needy here. or
I'm
anything,
needy.
but we have a Patreon at patreon.com/worstpeople.
Mhm.
And it only costs $3 a month.
$3 a month is nothing.
And I know times are hard right now.
Real hard for me.
Inflation's up.
No.
You can't afford your groceries,
Can't eat.
but you can afford $3 a month if you love us.
Give us $3.
Super love us.
Please
Yeah.
love us.
We're not begging.
I'm begging.
We're not pleading.
I'm pleading.
We're not down on our knees.
Oh boy,
I mean-
my knees hurt. They've been on so long.
But we do kind of need the money.
I need the money bad.
We need new equipment.
New equipment. We need to do remote podcasts for all of you.
I wouldn't mind eating.
We need to have video.
I wouldn't mind eating.
We need more drinks.
Food sounds good.
So please check out patreon.com/worstpeople.
Please check us out.
You get a bonus episode every month, and we're going to have more content coming for you.
I'll send you pictures.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Please give me more.
Patreon.com/worstpeople.
I'm being held hostage here. If I don't pay my way out of here, they're going to kill me.
When I was trying to describe this movie to Jack, or I was telling some people at work about it. Oh, was it my parents?
Yeah, it was your parents.
No, I was telling them about the story.
Oh.
I was at work and I was like, or maybe I was talking to you guys at the bar, and I was like, he's dressed up like a soldier and he's killing people with one of those hay bale stabbers.
Oh,
Like,
No, that was with your mom because we were both like pitchfork.
oh, okay. Either way, it's like a hay bale stabber, you know. They have a name.
I do. So we were at his parents today, and I look over. I'm sitting like that. I'm cross-armed, just sitting there, and I look over. His mom and I are sitting exactly the same way. I think
that's a
married your
Scrubs
mom.
moment.
I love
but-
her. She's the best.
But Pam is leaving, and she's like, "Hey, Sherry." Sherry's in the shower. She's like, "You want me to wait for you?" And she's like, "No, my boyfriend gets more horny when he has to wait." It's
Constantly
you're definitely
soaping.
dying. Yes.
Constantly soaping.
This girl is taking the world's longest shower. And I mean, it ends up being the world's longest shower.
It
But
does.
like, even before,
I mean, you see her boyfriend. She's trying to scrub the clean. She is trying to just wash that filth. He's a dirty, dirty boy. This Brad.
He's an animal. No,
Sure.
no, it was
Carl.
Carl.
So close.
But so,
Oh, I call him. Sorry, he looks like a kind of shitty Brad Pitt, and he eats like a Brad Pitt in a movie.
Oh, is he in another movie?
No, like Brad Pitt eats in all his movies. This
Oh.
guy's eating cake the way Brad Pitt would.
That's a different guy.
that's a different guy because this guy doesn't get time to eat cake.
That's true.
doesn't
Okay,
even
so
make
this
it.
is not Brad.
No.
no.
The kids all leave and the Prowler prowls.
Prowler's gonna prowl, dude.
Prowler's
gonna prowl.
And there is a side thread going on in this where like deputy tells us that there is a Prowler in town that was like breaking into places.
Yep.
So everybody
He never
thinks-
said. No one says the Prowler. Everyone says a Prowler. You're so fucking close to saying it. Just do it.
Oh no, he says it later on.
They
He
caught the
says
Prowler.
the Prowler was
Oh, okay.
arrested 3
The
hours.
Because they kept
the
saying,
titular line
Prowler.
came out.
All right,
for sure.
thank God.
But he's referencing the other Prowler,
Mhm.
not the murder Prowler.
Oh yeah,
Um,
the Richard Ramirez.
But Carl shows up and surprises Sherry in the shower, and we get some boobs.
Yeah, we do.
They're nice. They're coney, but they're nice.
They are cone. That's like 70s boob.
Well, it's
They-
81.
I know, but that's like a hangover from 1977.
Yeah. Hey, bell bottoms came over until like 1980.
That's how I was
81,
gonna
so-
describe
I'm,
these.
I'm currently wearing bell
I
bottoms.
was going to describe these as bell bottoms.
they're
It's
back.
perfect.
Yes,
Bell-bottom
bell bottoms
boobs.
came back.
Bell bottom boobs.
I think
Bell-bottom
I think
boobs
Jinkos
make
were
world-
like the hip hop version of of bell bottoms?
I wouldn't say hip hop. I'd say
Or-
alternative.
Or the
Raver Kid version?
Kid. Yeah,
the rave
that's what it
kids, the
was.
skater kids.
That's what a lot of my friends would do. They
The
would wear
alternative
those to
kids.
raves. Yeah.
The Prowler shows up, and that's when we get the kills we were talking about. He stabs Carl through the top of his fucking head and right out the bottom. And as he's like pulling it out, his eyes are like rolling back and turning all white, and like it's fucking good.
Yeah.
It's
blood
really
running
good.
everywhere.
and again, we're not cutting. Like we're not shy.
Yeah.
No,
You are
it's fantastic.
very, very proud of your work, and you should be.
Yeah.
It's just, we're on this a lot longer than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the kill,
Gurgling
like,
and,
dude,
like-
you are
Yeah.
still just wriggling. It's moving his mouth around.
He's
like
holding
inside.
it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Prowler is holding his hand over Carl's mouth and like pulling the knife out, and Carl's trying to scream, and blood's just glooping out. It's fucking
Uh-huh.
good.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
And then he goes in and stabs Sherry, and this is the other
The
one that's
pitchfork.
with the pitchfork, and,
Oh,
and
yes.
it's right into like right underneath her boobs,
Right under the rib cage
And
there.
it's
Well, that's the sweet spot.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how you move bays of hail.
Yeah,
Hail.
yeah.
Bays of hail.
Or Nazis. apparently.
Weren't you saying that in one of the other ones? We could not. You're like,
the hell
no,
is
bays
a-
of hail. No, sorry. Bays of hail. Bays of Hails of Bay.
But we were watching something recently where it was like rubber torso they were
Rubber
stabbing,
baby boogie bumpers.
and that's obviously what this is, but it doesn't look like it. This looks
Not
like
at
this
all.
is stabbing right into this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that other movie, whatever it was, I can't remember, did not hire Tom Savini.
It's probably got to
And-
have like it's sheared off tips, but then like a flat line, so you're getting the impression onto it, and then
Yeah.
it's squirting the blood from the forks out.
Yeah.
Or you just hire a really good surgeon and stab that chick.
Or she's really dead.
There
Could
was
be.
well, there
I
was
don't know the
escalation.
way she was dragged up the wall with the pitchfork.
Whew, you know that went up
That
into the
was
heart.
awesome.
The heart and the lungs
was
were
awesome.
done.
They were-
James Gunn.
That wine works quick.
I mean, it had a good
Don't
soundtrack.
knock the shit wine until you take a couple sips and you're already fucking.
This tastes like
woo.
shit, but it is good. Man, you like bad movies, but you don't like bad wine, huh?
yeah,
Even though it still gets the job done.
yeah.
Much like a bad movie. This wine's disgusting.
Yeah, but
5
bad
stars.
movies, bad movies don't leave a buttery taste in my mouth.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of one that would.
Miami Connection.
That's a good taste. That's a buttery taste.
that's a good kind of buttery. That's
Yeah,
like,
that's like popcorn
biscuits.
butter.
Yeah,
I
there
was
you go.
just thinking
Sop
popcorn.
it up. It's soppy.
But there was a story I read, and it's anecdotal because it's IMDb trivia, but supposedly Joseph Zito said in some interview that he went to a screening of the movie and was like telling the security guard, like, I'm the director, I just want to go in and see how people are reacting, whatever. And the guy was like, yo, did you really kill those people?
Yeah, dude, no shit. Hey, good,
Yeah, I
good
sure did,
film, but
douchebag.
should we be on the run? I'm just asking.
So then we go to the dance.
Do I know too much?
We go to the dance, and there's this old man perv that's like, I love watching the girls dance.
Makes
Oh,
me feel
yeah.
young
Back.
Who
again.
was
Randy
this guy?
Quaid.
He was somebody that worked at the school.
Okay.
I think he was
So
like
he
a
had-
think he's-
teacher
but he was
or
definite-
something.
I think he's a janitor.
Janitor,
the
maybe.
creepy guy.
Yeah.
Because doesn't somebody make fun of him? Like, oh, he's just that creepy guy. I think he lives in the basement. I got
Yeah.
sorry to say, I got like slow janitor vibes.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
he
I
sleeps
was
on, yeah, he
must have
sleeps on a mattress in the basement. is
Yeah,
what she
because
says.
that's later
Yeah,
on that
I
comes
just got
into
that
play.
kind of, simple town janitor living there. No one really fucking respects him, but he has a moment.
But he had to have been part of the first part, right? With the first part of the movie, like in 45.
Well, he'd probably
that
been
first
around,
murder.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he looks the age that was there.
Sure.
I mean, if the killer is the
He's
killer,
only
then
20.
that
He
guy
just had
was
a
there.
hard life, dude. You live in a basement and see what you look like.
And then, yeah,
Hey,
we
I
get-
have lived in a basement. No.
You look great.
Hey.
But then Pam has to go
22.
back to the dorm.
You look okay.
Pam has to go back to the dorm because she gets the punch spilled on her, like we talked about, and she's this
Got
close,
home from behind.
this close to walking in on dead bodies and said Prowler.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
staging the unbeknownst to us at this point, but he's staging the shower right now.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's doing his best Jason Voorhees. He's like, all right, now I got to move these
Now I gotta
bodies.
pose him.
You know, it's gonna be funny if I have him hung up over there and she's over there. Ooh, what if they're playing poker? I know there's nobody else here with me, but get me some cards.
and I'm gonna throw this body up and stab arrows into him so it sticks him into the side of the
All
wall.
right, I need a martini glass full of jelly beans. This is gonna be so fucking funny. I don't know why Steve Zahn is the killer.
It works.
I was
I
like,
love
you're
it.
going,
Terrifying.
I was like, you're going real
Right.
Midwest, and I guess that's
Steve
Zahn's
Zahn.
probably Midwest.
Yeah,
he sounds
I feel
like
I feel like he's Illinois.
But like she is.
I like that.
Whitney pointed out we were watching. This girl is fucking clueless. Because she
Which
goes
one,
over to the
Pam? Oh, yeah,
Pam.
Pam.
Because she
Yeah.
goes over to the door and she's like, "I'm just gonna close the door for you," not questioning that her roommate is still in the shower 40 minutes later.
Yeah.
There's blood everywhere, but she like doesn't look.
There
That's
is
fine.
a water crisis, and you've been showering for an hour and 45 minutes.
And then there's like blood dripping down the bed, but there's just like a dress half draped over it, and she doesn't. She's like bends down to do something and doesn't
Tires.
see it.
I'm
like
not tired. Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't.
She's changing
wearing any
into it,
shoes
whatever
or
she is.
yeah.
She's worried about her friend banging her fucking deputy
she also
boyfriend.
doesn't
Oh
even
no, it wasn't
hear-
the deputy. It was
No, she's
uh,
worrying about Lisa
Banging
trying
the
to
deputy
fuck the
boyfriend.
deputy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people
Oh,
at
yeah.
the party.
Yeah, that's why she's like, I got no time to look at all this blood.
Right.
Maybe
Oh, I
she's
thought
on
you
her
meant
period.
She was worried
Yeah.
about what's his name, the boyfriend,
Carl.
Carl.
I thought she was worried about because
No.
Carl's jacket and shit were on the
Yeah.
bed. So she was like, that's why she's like, oh, I'm gonna close this for you,
Oh.
okay?
she's
Yeah,
like,
so
all
I was like, I
She
don't
right.
probably
wanna see
thought they
that
were in
dick.
the shower fucking.
Again. He's been sending me dick fucking faxes all week.
Faxes.
He used ones and zeros to sketch out his dick, and he will not stop faxing me about it.
Do you think that was the thing?
If it wasn't, I'm
No.
gonna get a time machine and make it a thing.
Like, do you think Donald
should.
Trump was faxing people his dick back in like
It's
the
the best
70s,
fax you're
80s?
ever gonna get. There's a bunch of beautiful faxes out there. This is the best.
You're gonna have to enhance.
The fax, ma'am.
Zoom.
Nothing with the fax.
I was thinking, like, you're
8
sitting on a
inches.
photocopier,
Yeah.
and then
At
you
least
just
8.
fax
It's
that.
beautiful.
Oh, dude.
the best
Yeah, fax
ones
is
ever
Xerox.
Yeah, it was that's exactly at least 8 inches. He enlarges it on the paper. He's like, "Look how big it is," and they're like, "It's pixelated."
This doesn't
People
look like
tell
your
me-
penis.
People tell me it's the best they've ever seen.
Donald, this is black.
This is how do you know? How do you know it's not my penis? This is the penis of an African American male, much larger than yourself, sir. Much larger than yourself.
How did we get on to Trump dick again?
You're fired.
Faxes. Faxing
nothing
dick
nothing with the
pics.
fax.
Oh, the facts. Yes. Yes.
And I just listened
Instead
to
of
a
dick
very long
pics, got it.
podcast about Donald Trump and his business dealings in the 80s.
And we are living
so-
in his America.
Oh,
yeah,
fuck
we are living
him.
in
Bow
this
down.
dystopia. Well, is it his? Well, it's a different podcast.
Yeah, it's Emperor Elon's.
But she goes out and there's the Prowler waiting at the top of the stairs.
Mhm.
I was surprised to have her like see him like face to face this early. Like it's usually like
Same.
creepy in the
Yeah.
background, you
Yeah.
know.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's not really face.
Well, yeah, but you know what I mean. Like
No,
just to straight
but
on see
like
the killer.
a look
Just
at
to see
him.
him, yeah.
You
Yeah.
normally it's
What you
like
mean.
still kind of shadow games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, even the first kill with the pitchfork, with the 1940s kill
Yeah.
at the very beginning of the movie, you really don't see too much of him.
Yeah.
Like
it's
you
a quick
see,
cut.
You see his boots. You see his, a little bit of his torso from bust up.
Those boots were
And
made
then
for
you
stalking.
see
Yeah,
his
they were,
bu-
and
his
that's just
boots
what they'll do.
stomping into the pitchfork, so you really
Yeah.
don't see him much. But yeah, you get a full
Like we
head
get a
to
full
toe
look
shot.
and the girl
Maybe
gets
it's
a full
big-
the
look.
money shot.
Maybe it's
if you
because
will.
it's not a phenomenal reveal. He's not like a scary Prowler
Yeah, I mean
per
it's-
se, like design wise.
I would have been
I-
out of there.
I
Well,
was
He would have
I-
scared me.
We've talked about this before. I'm not in these movies.
Right.
Because the first chance I get, I'm like moving out of whatever town. What's this called? Camp Crystal Lake? I'm gone. I heard
Oh,
about
yeah.
that last movie.
I'm out of here. I'm moving to Haddonfield.
Shh, gotta go.
I never understood that, or the people in ghost movies, like
Uh-huh.
Amityville Horror and shit like that.
If Whitney's daughter came in right now and was like, "Hey, all the chairs are on the ceiling and the doors are the cabinets are all open," I'm like, "Podcast over.
Yeah, that's
No,
done.
we're recording at Jack's
we
house
can
now.
do remote or this is dead to me.
But so he chases her through the house.
I don't
She-
believe in ghosts, but I sure am scared of them.
I don't know exactly understand like the next thing here because she runs out and Lawrence Tierney's waiting outside in his wheelchair, which he's not supposed to be able to do. They said.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a dropped fucking.
And yeah, he grabs her.
I think he was part of the whole diversion. You think he might be the killer
Yeah,
for a second.
I mean, I get that
Not
they're
for a
setting that
second
up,
here.
and they set up the
or
deputy.
he might be.
Had
yeah.
it figured out since day one.
Oh yeah, I figured it out. Like I was pretty quickly. I was like, I think I know who this is. but-
Because it's the least nefarious looking person that's trying to get out of this movie.
There was one part, and it was the graveyard scene where I was like, "Oh, it could be him."
The simple guy.
No, not
The
the simple, not
deputy?
Otto, the fucking convenience store man, the creepy convenience
Oh.
store guy.
No. Do you want to just say
He
who?
was
Like,
giving
I think we've
Sid
talked about
Haig
who it
vibes,
is,
for
right?
yeah,
sure.
I mean, you should have watched it. I told you guys last week where you
Yeah.
could watch it.
So yeah, it's the sheriff.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why he doesn't kill the deputy. But there is
Yeah.
this movie is trying to give you that, I guess, giallo kind of look every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the killer's, or it's a point of view, and you think it's the
Well, I
killer,
mean,
but it ends up being the simple janitor, or
That's
it ends up
just
being
your
convenience
stalker-
store owner.
That's just any stalker movie, though.
Sure,
not
okay, I guess so.
specifically
Giallo's got to be the
giallo.
gloved hand for like.
This
for-
guy's got gloves.
Gun in it, though.
And it's also a lot of misdirection.
He has
They
to
are-
say giallo to my little friend, or it's not a giallo movie.
She gets out there and finds Mark, and she's like, "Holy shit, dude! There was an army man. There was like a melted army toy in there chasing me." And then Lawrence Tierney grabbed my arm, and he's like, "Nothing you're saying makes sense. I'm gonna go check this out."
Stay
You
here.
waited in my Jeep,
Stay
He
here in the
should-
Jeep.
my
He should have tried to
plastic
shake her.
window door Jeep.
Yeah, you gotta shake her and give her a little slap.
Hold on, you be safe in here. Let me get the windows up. Was that a zipper? Yeah, I gotta zip up the vinyl to make sure you're safe.
There's a couple times they're driving around in it, and she's just holding the door closed.
Yeah, it's a fucking Jeep with rags for doors and fucking see-through plastic that's protecting ET
I want
for a
that Jeep.
window.
I
I
still
like
want
the
it.
Jeep. I like the Jeep. I'm just saying, it doesn't make me feel safe.
You're not supposed to be safe in that shit.
It was just like,
You
oh,
need
we're in a
the
bad neighborhood.
harness.
Zip them up.
Definitely don't take this in Jurassic Park.
Well, I think it matters. Like, the T-Rex can just peel the top off anyway, so
Yeah, we saw the T-Rex eat real Jeeps.
yeah,
So-
like you might as well just make it easier for him. Maybe you can escape that way.
Yeah.
The best thing to do is take your pants to half mast and run away. That way, maybe they slip on the shit you're excreting when you shit yourself sprinting.
That's why girls wear dresses.
That's why Scotsmen wear kilts. That plus a sheep can hear a
So
zipper
it's
drop
like,
from a
it's
mile
like
away.
one of 007's cars where it shoots oil out.
Yeah, except you're the oil. That's why I always eat Arby's before I go to a zoo.
Slick getaway.
You never know. Arby's, we got diarrhea sweats.
Diarrhea sweat.
No longer a sponsor. Never gonna be a sponsor.
We'll sponsor you guys if you take that episode down. I will not be censored. This
I
is
wanna-
my art.
We'll pay you in Arby's. I will definitely not be censored. This podcast is the voice of the people.
Arby's, we got the diarrhea.
Yeah, dude, you will.
Yeah.
We don't. You do.
You will. You will.
But so he checks everything out. He finds the boot prints. He finds the wheelchair.
And her
Tracks.
purse.
And-
of course, yeah.
So
But
they
not
go.
her
They go to
coat.
check out Chatham's house,
It's true.
and
I don't see any wheelchair ramps or anything like this.
Well,
It's
he
just
says-
That's what I fucking said.
he says at one point that he goes and checks upstairs. He's like, everything's covered, so he hasn't been up there since he had his
Yeah,
stroke.
you have to go upstairs
wait,
to get
did-
into the house.
No. Well,
Yes.
yeah.
But wasn't he upstairs when old Lisa flashed him?
No, he was on the bottom floor.
No, yeah,
Was
he
he?
was on like a second floor.
That's
He
what I
was,
thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's
He's
what I
got
thought.
dumb waiter.
What? Yeah, I've been one.
He's got a dumb waiter. He just
I don't
puts
serve anymore. I'm a
He
bartender.
puts his
dick.
wheelchair in, and he just
Oh, you were saying he had the staircase.
yeah. No, when we were watching, I was like, he's got one of those little lifting chairs.
This is a guy that's related to Dan Aykroyd from Nothing But Trouble, and his whole house is a fucking Rube Goldberg device.
But the reason I said that didn't
In
make
an ambulance,
sense,
you got a chance. And a hearse bound to be worse.
I'm not happy that you can quote that so regularly. I don't like that movie.
Oh,
I
Love
love
that
that
movie.
movie.
Oh, we should have had Zip on
I'm
because
Bobo.
she got
I'm little
outnumbered.
devil.
Oh. If we win, we get to keep her.
And if we win, you get another bowl of cereal.
I think we just found our Halloween costumes.
Oh,
You could be little devil. I'll be Bobo.
No one will ever know the difference.
Derek can be Demi Moore.
Ooh.
I'll be
wear-
Chevy Chase.
The
I'll wear
plot
the white
thickens. No, you guys have way too much charisma to be those two.
I gotta wear the dick nose. But yeah, so they go and check out Chatham's house, and I think part of the reason I think they wrote in the line about everything being covered because I was reading that this was an actual museum and all this stuff was like real, like antique furniture
They
and
do
stuff.
not fuck this up.
Yeah, they
Oh.
barely let the crew in. Like they were a skeleton crew. Like basically, who needed to be there could be in the building.
Yeah.
And it's like
So that last scene was definitely not in that building.
Yeah, or they brought in their own.
Smashed it.
Yeah, they or either that or they were like, "You guys, we had a $700,000 budget. We only spent $650. Smash that fucking table.
Smash the vase.
Smash all those lamps and vases.
But that's a smart thing, just like to write it in.
Pitchfork
Yeah.
that chair.
Pitchfork that chair.
But like, this is what I meant earlier, though, when I said that this thing doesn't make sense. Because like, yeah, Lawrence Tierney jumps out and scares her,
Yeah,
and
that
then
thread
we
dies right
never
there.
find him again. We never see him again.
Yeah, we
That's what I'm
never
saying.
do
That's
throughout the whole
what
movie.
I just
Yeah.
said, and I was like, hey, "There's no reason for him. Like we don't see him anymore.
Maybe
He
to
does-
make you
he
think
no
it's
longer
him.
It was a
exists.
diversion.
Well,
That's
yeah,
all
that's
it
what we
was,
were
yeah.
saying. Like, it might be a diversion.
And
but like,
plus, his daughter was Rosemary, who
Yeah.
got killed in the beginning
Yeah,
of the
but
movie.
what happened to
I
him?
mean, we could have got a jump scare of like Lawrence Tierney
Yeah.
coming out from around the corner, like
They're
all-
saving him for the second, the sequel.
the Prowler
Prowlers.
2, Electric Prowler Lou.
Ooh.
Oh, we should be
Electric
getting it.
Rollaloo.
It should be coming out soon because it was the 40s to the 80s. Now it's the 80s to the 20s.
Wait, is there not an actual sequel to this?
No,
No,
Surprising.
no.
no, yeah.
I no,
No,
now
that
they're gonna
stopped.
come out with it next year
Oh,
or
yeah.
this year.
It'll just be a
It's that-
remake.
It's that 20
Oh,
year.
God.
It's all
fucking-
CG.
Oh, jeez.
It stars Tom Holland and Zendaya.
You ruined it. You ruined it.
No, Timothy Chalamet.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And Anna Taylor-Joy.
Ooh.
They're in everything.
But yeah, he finds the pictures of Rosemary, or I guess Pam finds the pictures
Pam,
of
yeah.
Rosemary and like the dried rose, and she starts putting it all together.
It's that stupid moment in the fucking every movie. Like, wait, Rosemary?
What?
Rosemary? Prom killed? Wait, pitchfork?
I
Vietnam, World War II vets?
It's an unneeded line though, and she's like, "I found this dried up rose. He must have called her Rose." Okay,
Like,
You know, we
alright.
got it. Her
what a
name's,
weird assumption.
her name's Rosemary. Nickname for Rose is pretty
Well,
cool.
her name was Frances Rosemary Chatham. That's why it's
I would
such
have
a
called
big
her
one.
old Frankie Rose.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. Lawrence Tierney was like, "Listen, Frank," and she's like, "That's not my name." And he's like, "I wanted a son."
I wish I had a son. You're a great disappointment to me.
Well, she did say at one point that only somebody local would have known that like her nickname was Rose.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
she did
That
say
is
that.
valid. All right, that makes sense. Because if you're just like, oh, it's Francis.
Yeah,
That's who the fuck is Rose?
Rose. Who
But,
the fuck
like-
is that? But like only people that knew her called her that. So
Only close friends and family.
yeah, exactly.
So the deputy doesn't know anybody's been killed yet, because when he was looking around the house, we do get that cool overhead shot in the shower of like the dude like lynched up on the fucking shower head and the girl laying in the tub, and he like goes to look in and he's like, "I don't want to watch him fuck," and he just leaves. I'm like, somebody look in the fucking room. It does give us a good moment at the end of the movie.
Even if you're just a pervert, check it out.
Hey, I know y'all fucking, but there's somebody out here.
Honestly, I just want to get some pointers because you've been fucking for like an hour and a half in the water. You're doing something right.
Jack, is that you?
No, she would make a noise.
why is this water so? How can you do that? The water's freezing.
You gotta work through it, dude.
This
This is
shit
a
gets
water
hot
heater.
again.
This is a water heater from 1945.
Yeah, for a
Yeah.
dorm, for a fucking dorm. Like that is not gonna be hot for this fucking long. No way. I'm getting all pruny. Yeah, you should see my balls.
How is there steam in the morning?
The bodies are putting off their heat. It's cold in the morning and 98.6, which is what the bodies are slowly losing, temperature to. Steam. Science, dude.
Science, bitch.
But meanwhile, back at the dance,
Jack at the dance.
this Miss Allison, this teacher, she goes up to give an announcement. Hey guys, there's a prowler. Because
You know how I shouldn't respect you as a teacher? Your fucking teacher name is Mrs. First Name.
Well, maybe her last name is Allison.
Nah, change it.
Her name is Allie Allison.
I got no respect for somebody who goes like, you can call me Mr. Tom. Mr. Smith was my father. You can call me Mr. Tom. Get out of here, Mr. Tom. You're
Uncle
probably
Smith was my father. You can call me.
you're gonna-
Never mind.
You're gonna get caught at one of the fucking high school proms. Not even a college promenade.
But like, she makes an announcement that there's a prowler, so everybody has to stay at the party. But
Lisa
Lisa,
had already
has
dipped out.
just left because her boyfriend's puking a lot.
In the
A
bathroom.
lot.
And she is so angry at him. She's like, once you're done hugging that toilet, you can
Yeah.
find me at the watering hole or whatever.
It was somebody's pool, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's what she calls her vagina.
The watering hole.
Find me at the mucus plug.
Paul is her boyfriend, and he's going to try to meet her, but they won't let him leave. And then Mark, the sheriff or the deputy, arrests him. So
He's
so
kind of
nobody gets to go
funny.
rescue her.
He's kind of funny when he's getting arrested.
Kind of.
Kind of
Yeah.
like he's like, book 'em, Dano, or Pamo,
Yeah.
instead of book 'em, Dano. And he's like, we're escaping at dawn. Like, he's playing it hammered. And it's kind of funny.
I feel like that's you. If you were the
I
kid.
would never.
So
If
when
we
my
lived in a
boys
small
find out
town.
I'm in here, they're gonna come and get me out. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Warden. It's pretty funny for a character that's not mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we get the second best like duo of kills because they all come in twos. It seems.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because there are only 8 deaths and it's 2. Yeah. So yeah, because Lisa's going to get out of the pool and this dude just fucking kicks her in the face.
Yeah, and then she seizes in the
This is the only part that like
She
I'm
does
not
her
complaining.
synchronized swimming.
Like, what is she
Turns.
doing here? Did it look like he was force kicking her with the force? Because she's just fucking throwing her head back, and the guy's standing like, "What the hell is she doing?"
I
I
guess
kick her in the face.
I guess I'm
think-
getting in the pool to kill
I
her.
think I snapped her spinal cord. Holy shit!
I wasn't gonna kill her. I was just gonna kick her in the face. We're gonna put her out of her misery.
Yeah.
I just wanted to fucking incapacitate her.
So that was a mercy kill right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
mercy
the most
kill-
brutal way ever is a mercy.
Just slowly digging this fucking bayonet knife through her.
I'm gonna slowly bleed you out from the throat for your own sake. It's for mercy. It's for mercy.
And I love when Miss Allison shows up right afterward. And she's
See?
like, "Well, there's her dress.
Can't take it serious.
There's a pool full of blood."
Oh
Huh.
my god.
Was she swimming on
alright.
her period?
Well, no, she didn't even realize that the pool was full of blood. Like she walked past the
No,
whole
she ended
pool.
up
When
looking
you're
over.
for
Yeah,
somebody,
but
do
she
you-
looked when she first walked in. She looked.
Oh yeah.
Didn't
Yeah,
look at
she
the pool at
avoided
all.
the pool at all
she,
costs.
She didn't even see the clothing at first. She's just like, "Huh, there's nobody here." And then wait, there's some clothes. Wait, oh, there's a bunch of blood in the pool, but no body. What the fuck? And she runs off to tell somebody.
I don't know if it's because I was a lifeguard, but if I go near a pool, I always look to see if there's a body in the pool.
So
first.
I saw this blood in the water, and I was like, I wonder if Whitney has some just like terribly tragic story about growing up in fucking Iowa and watching somebody get stabbed to death in a pool.
I got a public.
Bummer.
I got one of the diving pools at the public pools. You know, the separate ones with diving boards. I got one of
Yeah.
those shut down.
Nice, what'd you do?
Did you shit in it?
No, I didn't shit in it.
split his head.
No, I was running down to the end, slipped. My leg slipped down the side, and it has the grippy stuff on top, but it wasn't grippy
Still
enough.
not supposed to run.
Yeah, the
You're a
lifeguard.
kid,
The lifeguard
though,
didn't
right?
say anything, so it's his fault. But
No
my
lifeguard on
foot
duty.
went down the side, so I guess maybe that's what it was. But like the grippy stuff on the edge was still very sharp,
Oh yeah.
so it
Like
just
sea
shredded
coral,
up
dude.
the side of my leg and
Oh,
just
man.
blood all up in that thing.
Yeah.
The
good
pool
time.
was angry that day, my friend.
He's like, "Quit running, you fucking dick."
Yeah, well,
The pool gods got you.
Lesson learned. Derek hasn't swum since.
swim sans.
Pretty
Swim
much.
since.
Yeah, actually, that's about it.
Yeah.
That's it. You want to go swimming? Thank you, no.
I got him in a
I
hot
like
tub
my
once.
legs.
Come on, we'll go to a public pool.
Even grosser for him.
Very few band-aids.
I had a bad experience at a public pool once too.
She
a,
bite
uh,
or her braces
special-
get caught.
A special person. He was being assisted into the pool, and I think he must have thought that he was getting into a bathtub because he started taking his swim trunks off. And you know, you see wiener and everything, and you're like 8 years old. You're like, oh, so,
I got one of those.
yeah. It was one of those traumatic experiences.
Damn.
Yeah,
Look at
Haven't
that,
swam
look at that
since.
cock.
and I haven't gone back to a public pool since. Actually, yeah.
I was
I was at
That's a
Fort
good
Lowell
call.
Park. Fort Lowell Park.
I had a pool in my backyard.
Flex.
Yeah.
Look at you,
Look
fancy.
at you.
Oh, I had 2 parents.
I had 4. Thank you.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, my dad didn't beat me.
4 times as many parents as I
Nope,
had.
but my stepdad threw shit at me.
Yeah, you gotta be quick though.
Gotta be quicker than that. So then we have this other girl, Sally, and her boyfriend, fake Justin Long, who are going down.
Oh my
Wait,
God!
we
Yes.
totally glossed over the other kill.
Miss
I
Alice.
thought we
Miss
talked
Allison.
about it. I got yeah.
She gets run through, and the proper amount of blood gets spilled all over them shoes.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
through, right through her fucking back of her neck into her throat. It's pretty.
I
awesome.
just enjoyed the
It was
shot
through the
of.
throat.
It was through the front.
it was
because
through
he
the
grabs
front.
her from
That's
behind and puts it
Yeah.
As I was thinking, he was
Yeah.
behind her.
Yeah.
but
Grabs
you're
her
right.
from behind and
and
just
puts
shoves
it
it in
just
there.
shoves it right
This
down her
bayonet
throat.
has most of them do has a ditch for the blood to run away
Yeah.
from. It's crazy.
She's like, I want it from the back and the front. He's like, I got you.
Say less, fam.
Woo!
Doesn't
No.
it make it easier to pull out
It's yeah.
that groove?
Yeah.
I thought it was to bleed more.
Oh, I've always found it easy to pull out.
Yeah.
The freaking Germans used to keep theirs all rusty and dull because it would still work, but it'd fuck you up.
Yeah, it would.
But so Sally and fake Justin Long go to the basement to have sex.
Yeah.
And
On the
It's a secret room.
secret mattress that old man lives
yeah,
on.
she's like,
Yeah.
he sleeps on a mattress in the basement. That's gross. Let's fuck on it.
Yeah,
Right.
right.
It's gross. Not that gross. You ain't gotta take your clothes off.
Let's make it grosser.
Keep on the fluffy dress.
Just move your big old
Pull,
fucking panties to the side.
pull your bloomers to the
Your
side.
bloomers,
Oh
that's what I was
yeah,
trying to think of.
that's doing
exactly
it for
what I was
me.
thinking of.
Now let's undo this corset tummy tuck.
These two don't get killed. I only wanted to mention it because the old
No.
man follows them to the basement
And you
and
think
just
that
watches them.
They
Yeah.
you
don't
think you're
get
gonna
killed.
Yeah, they
No.
live.
No,
Oh,
they should.
wow.
This is
Yeah.
mirroring that first scene from the original Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
They're except for they were fucking in a
In an
Bay
attic.
Hale attic.
All full of bay
In a
hills.
Bay Hill.
Full of fucking bay hills. It was a Bay Hill.
I just wanted to mention it because that old man's watching and he's just like,
And then his
Yeah,
boner
yeah.
fucking knocks something over.
Oh,
And he disappears.
like a fucking
He's
kickstand.
gonna sniff the fuck out of that mattress, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's like,
Only because it smells like him. Oh yeah, that's my scent. Yeah,
That's my musk.
it's my musk mixed with adolescent jizz.
I haven't bathed in 5 days.
It's kind of grapey, bleachy smelling.
You know what's great? I don't believe in toilet paper.
ew.
Ooh, like I believe in it. It exists. I don't use it.
I find it to be a sin.
I like that Alec Baldwin became the janitor in my fucking impersonation.
Oh, I was thinking Steven Seagal, but you're
Oh,
pretty-
even better,
either way.
He
Steven
wasn't
Seagal.
squinting.
I live in a basement. Other people live in my basement. There's a basement under my basement.
I also have a mattress in my basement.
I wear rubber diapers, not because I need to, because I can.
It's better for holding my gun.
It's affordable and comfortable. It helps effectively hide my thunder.
You can hold on, wait.
Go ask the captain.
You can just spray it off.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
You went fucking
I can't go.
You went like Vin Diesel huffing tire inflator. Brr, brr.
I was like, what's the bad guy from Fern Gully
I
called?
sound constipated.
Next, Hexus.
Hexus. You went Hexus on
You went
this.
Hexus.
Yeah, well, it's sexy.
You know who that voice is, right?
Tim Curry?
Satan?
Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Oh.
Tim Curry and Fern
Hexus,
Gully.
not her.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
That's how good of an actor Tim Curry is. He's been my wife this whole time.
Yeah.
I'm that good.
Who knew?
But so,
Gary Oldman.
Right?
It's Gary Oldman and fucking Tim Curry just out acting each other.
so Mark and Pam go to the cemetery, and there's this open grave,
What do you do on a first date?
which Zip informed us
Yep.
of a fun fact.
Ooh, hit me.
Okay, so the grave that they went to in the graveyard,
Okay.
it was an actual graveyard, and they shot there on Halloween. Yep, for extra spooky ambiance
A
on
bold
the set.
maneuver.
And I'll say, but they that was an actual grave. Somebody was buried in that like the next day.
They like, oh, okay. They didn't like exhume it.
No.
It
No.
was just
No, they
pre-
used it.
Yeah, it was already dug.
Whew.
So they
You
used
want a
it.
haunted set? Because
Right?
you are looking for a haunted set, my
For
friend.
sure. For sure.
That's how you get ghosts.
I mean, if
yeah.
you see the original poster for this movie, it looks haunted. This is black and white creepiness.
They actually printed it in color. It came out black and white. Haunted.
All the faces.
Not
are
all
kinda
ghosts.
swirled.
Not all ghosts are grand, by the way. They just in afterlife. Do they try to print it in color? I made it black and white. My soul's at rest.
He wanted it collated. I didn't do it.
It's like Winston from New Girl. The
I
pranks
love
aren't
it.
always
Yes.
big.
They're either
Okay.
very little or way too
I've
extreme.
never seen New Girl.
It's
funny.
no. Hold on. It's not for everybody. I just want to start by saying that because I've showed friends because it's one of my favorite shows in a while.
Yeah.
And I love it, but when I show it to certain people, they're like, "I don't know why you like that. That is not my brand of humor," and I respect that because it is dumb.
It's definitely bingeable though. You
Well,
can
If you like it in the first, I would say two episodes will
Yeah.
let you know if you like it or not. If not, stop there.
Winston's character gets crazier and weirder as the series goes.
So if Winston is this theoretical ghost that's screwing up people's printing,
Uh-huh.
it would be like, they wanted it in color, I did black and white. Or they wanted it in color, so I cut off their head.
Yeah. I had spikes shoot out at them
I
instead.
cut off their genitals and made a necklace. Oh, God.
So I coated the paper in LSD.
Go on.
But yeah, they end up opening. There's a whole back and forth. He's like opening the coffin and then goes back to Pam because she's screaming, and then goes back to the coffin. And she's like, "It's open." And I'm like, "Well, he was opening
she was
it."
screaming because she saw Otis.
Yeah,
Otto.
Or Otto. That's what
Otto.
it was. Otto.
Man, Otis felt a little more natural, to be honest.
It felt
Another
more
weird
natural to say
creepo
that.
who's just watching people.
Do you know who he reminds me of? I know it's not him.
Randy Quaid.
A little bit, but also the ginger
Jack Petty.
legit. The brother. DJ
Yeah,
Qualls'
I
brother.
can't think of his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
The guy with the hair,
Yeah.
without the hair, and with
The curly
hair.
fro.
With the
Yeah.
face.
DJ Qualls' brother?
In
What?
legit.
In legit.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know what that
I
is.
don't know what
It
that
was a
is
Jim
either.
Jeffries sitcom. That got like
Huh.
2 seasons. You would recognize him. He's bald on top, and he's got like ginger floofiness on the side, and
Kind of an angry looking face.
yeah, and he's always kind of a sad sack. But so they do end up opening the coffin, and there is Lisa. That's where he took her body to
That's
stage it.
exactly who I was thinking of.
Ah, okay. I've never seen that guy before in my life.
It's like if Bozo took off his makeup.
You know what, though? What's really
Kinda,
scary?
yeah.
What's really scary, Zip, is he has seen you.
He's watching me right now.
Speaking of prowling,
He's right behind you.
I'm the Prowler, too.
but there's Lisa's staged body in the coffin with the rose.
Yep.
Pam is kind of upset, but then moves on pretty quickly.
She does.
Real
That's
fucking
her
quickly.
friend.
It's her
You think
friend.
she-
No,
but
it's,
it's
not
like
her friend. I think
but it's like her
just
shitty friend.
Or
It's
her
just
roommate.
her sorority
frenemy.
sister.
Friend mate. Yeah.
Fremesis.
Premises.
Well, they sleep in the same general
Building.
area.
Yeah, but
No,
they
I mean,
hadn't
like,
had
they
their
had like a connecting door. And
they hadn't had their Renaissance yet.
If Lisa had her way, they'd be sleeping in the same genital area because she's been trying to bang the deputy.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
She had a boyfriend.
How do you feel about threesomes? Just asking for a friend's vagina.
But this guy coming up here, this character, they go to call the sheriff. This guy's one of my favorite people because the sheriff is at this lake fishing supposedly.
Oh, you like this?
I love
dude?
this dude. He is so fucking funny. He is so not interested in their shit.
I was
He
mad
calls, he's
at
like,
him.
There's an emergency. We need to talk to the sheriff. And the guy's like, because then the guy goes, well, everybody's sleeping.
Can you go get him?
Can you call him anyway?
Meanwhile, he's playing
guess.
solitaire.
Yeah. Like he's so frustrated because he's like, I'm trying to play solitaire and drink Rolling Rock. I don't.
Where was this film? New Jersey?
Yeah.
So this is a giant fuck you having a fucking Boston Red Sox hat. This is somebody in the production's like, we're in Jersey. Boston Red Sox, baby. Fucking no more. Player from Boston
I got you.
was.
But yeah, basically it's they can't get a hold of the sheriff. Da-da-da.
Ah. Who saw it coming?
Well, he
Yeah,
didn't
but he
even
never
he
left
didn't
his
he didn't
chair.
even try. So you could still assume that the sheriff was there.
You are
Yeah.
assuming right now. You're assuming the sheriff's there, and we just this
Yeah.
guy's just like, let me go get him. Bye.
He does
Leaving.
he's like, let me
He
go
does, he
check.
sets it
Just
down
slams
all
the
hard.
phone down really hard.
Slams a door.
Slams, yeah,
Throws
slams
a
his door.
fat fucking chaucer in, dude.
Oh. Well, he spit it out right afterwards too.
Well, because it actually gave like the actor head rush. I'm gonna do this for my character.
Oh, that's too much, and it's burning my lip.
Do we have to do another take?
You're not supposed to swallow that, right? You're supposed to, because I swallowed a little bit of that.
I thought it was a chicken wing. This middle section is a bit sloggy.
Blurry.
Like,
Yeah.
they go through like when they're searching through Chatham's house, it takes a while.
Yeah.
And like, it is good at building tension. It's
No,
just
it
like,
is, but there's no kills.
We had all those. We had 4 kills up front, and then we kind of get these 2 kind of spaced apart a little bit in the middle, and it's just a lot of like creepy music.
Silence and just focusing on facials.
Yeah, but this is when we find out that the Prowler that they have been concerned about, not the titular Prowler, has been arrested. And he was arrested 3 hours ago, and they're like, well, then
So
he
there's
couldn't
no
have
way.
killed
Yeah.
Lisa.
He
Bum,
didn't
bum,
fucking make the
bum.
best kill in the fucking movie for Jack. It wasn't him doing that beautiful knife work.
So they go. Do they go back to Chatham's house?
Well,
He tells
first
her-
he goes to the dance, and he's like, "Okay, you go back inside. I'm gonna go to Chatham's house. I'm gonna get this, and she's like, no, fuck no.
And they get in that
And
stupid
so
little fight.
She turns her back, and he's just like, okay, I'm sorry, and she
Yeah,
gets
go
back
play
in the,
sheriff.
in the
I'm
Jeep.
sorry.
Go play
Yeah.
sheriff. People
Bitch,
are
I
dying.
am.
I'm the fucking sheriff. Does it sound like Barney Fife? My whole body's a weapon.
I mean, he's a deputy. That's what she's.
But
Oh,
he's
yeah.
the sheriff
But he's
now.
the acting
yeah,
sheriff.
Yeah.
He's the highest level of sheriffing we can get at the moment.
Yeah, he's the
Until-
upper echelon.
Fucking Boston Red Sox Chaucer over there is going to go get the real sheriff.
The guy was annoying, but he was just funny to me.
I do like it. I was annoyed. Just like, God damn it, you're not going to do a fucking I can't do anything to control you or influence you, and you're just fucking my day. Sitting there playing solitaire. I hope you don't get any aces. Yeah, I said it. I hope you get no aces.
He wasn't even playing it right. He wasn't skipping the 3. He was just doing 1.
Oh, he was doing the beginner
He was just doing
solitaire.
the 1.
Yeah.
So
He's trying to get through as many games in one night as he can. Yeah.
This is a
Understandable.
wind out the clock situation, my
it's
friend.
a shitty job. Well, you got to give him that, I'm sure.
It's before podcast. Otherwise, he'd been listening to bad movies, worse people.
Oh,
He would have
1000%.
been on our Patreon for
Nah,
$3
he
a
would have been
month.
listening to Haunted Shots first.
Patreon.
He'd be
Eat
listening to-
$3 per month. I still can't believe it. I still can't believe it.
Yeah, Patreon.com.
So much
worse
value.
people.
So much value
It's
for
cheaper
just
than
$3.
sponsoring a child.
It's
I don't
cheaper.
know. I
Than
think it
this,
was
it's
for-
cheaper than this
for-
6-pack of Rolling Rock that guy was drinking.
That was for less than a cup of coffee a day.
Yeah, and a cup
We're
of coffee
doing less than
now
a
is
cup of
lot.
coffee a month.
Yeah. Yeah. And a cup of coffee is really expensive now.
It is. You ain't lying.
So it's like,
Brian.
Yeah, all
$7
those
to
all
$10,
those ads were they
right?
talking about like Starbucks or were they just talking about like McDonald's?
Or some
Yeah, no,
shitty diner on the side of the road or Waffle House. you know?
Yeah.
it's like it's
Whose
less
coffee
than
are we talking
less
about?
than a cup of coffee a day. I'm like, okay, so are we talking like $5?
I like a nice frap with a little bit of fucking creme brulee on the top.
Are we talking Folgers crystals that I made at fucking home? What's going on?
Yeah, we're talking some instant shit.
Right. Yeah.
Starbucks don't exist.
Cafe
yet, Sally.
Bustelo or whatever the fuck it is.
But so Mark is searching through the house again, and there's this room with the lights on and the door open, and he looks at it and he's like, there's no way anybody could be in there.
Meanwhile, the Prowler is arming up and he's got his bayonet in hand.
And he's in that room
that room.
watching Mark not walk into it.
Yep.
Mark's trying to clear this house by holding his shotgun over his shoulder and like casually flipping around a flashlight. Like,
Earlier, he's got his gun in the holster in his right hand, and he's using his flashlight with his right hand. And I'm like, you're fucked if something jumps out at you.
Police at that point didn't
I
have
just
that
throw
little
it.
cross thing down
Well,
yet.
still use your left hand and just
so you could
like
grab your gun.
No, I agree. I'm just saying he'd be clearing the house like a fucking pro now. But back then, it's a small town, I guess.
I've seen you
He's-
clear a house.
He's the you have.
He's
the
never
new
seen
guy.
an episode of FBI.
He's new.
guy.
He's the new guy.
He's the
It's
new
a
guy.
small town. Shit hasn't. The most he's had to do is kick a vagrant out of town, and his name was John Rambo, and it did not go well for him and his people.
Right.
That's why there's only 2 cops left.
This is what happens after Rambo. How come we got promoted so quick? Something happened to the other guys. I don't exactly
This
know.
town is
what.
having a real problem with veterans. is
But I'm
all
gonna
I
tell
can
you.
say.
But I'm gonna tell you. This guy just wanted a fucking Pepsi. All he wanted was a Pepsi.
Just one Pepsi.
Just one Pepsi.
They wouldn't give it to him.
Nope.
Fuckers.
Just one Pepsi.
But like the lights go out, Mark gets knocked out, and you see the guy standing over him with the pitchfork, but you don't see him get killed, and we don't see Mark again for a while.
You
I
assume.
thought he got stabbed.
You assume
No,
that
I
he
didn't
gets
see him shit his
stabbed.
pants. I knew he wasn't dead.
No, he didn't get stabbed. He just got like bonked because he was bleeding out of his head.
Yeah.
Oh.
He got knocked unconscious, and then you see
He
the
got knocked
pitchfork
the
being
Fuck
raised.
out!
Yes, he did. You see the pitchfork being raised up like he's gonna kill him, like
And then
stab
he's
him
like,
in the throat or something.
I can't kill you.
And by myself, I'm like,
And
you
then
ain't
it
gonna kill
cuts.
him. You're the sheriff. He's your deputy. You ain't gonna do it, dude. Fucking pussy. Otherwise, you gotta open tomorrow.
Well, and then we find out that this guy not only likes staging his new kills, he likes staging his old kills
Uh huh.
because
Oh yeah,
Pam
finds
sees
jewelry.
a necklace, hanging out of the fireplace, and she's like, "Huh, I should go pull on this and see what happens."
right?
And a
Like-
skeleton comes tumbling out,
Rosemary.
presumably Rosemary's.
That's
Pulling
only.
on the
I was
locket.
like,
Yeah.
who the fuck is this? Oh, it's Rosemary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where the corpse
Because Lisa's in her
went, because
coffin.
Lisa's in her coffin.
This house stinks.
Yeah,
You
Well,
just
the corpse probably doesn't stink
little
anymore.
It
little
was
cold.
like
You want to light a
35
fire?
Years, 35 years later.
I was gonna say it's been 35 years, This guy was coming back from war, and he'd been gone for a long time. Now, I guess we don't know what Rosemary considers a long time. She's like, you left for 6 months? That's crazy.
It has been 3 weeks. I thought basic training was going to be basic. Like, you don't do much.
But, like, I don't know if the sheriff's old enough. Because this is 1980. Like, this guy could be 60 today. But 1980's 60 looks like Wilford Brimley.
He joined when he was 18. It was towards the end of the war.
Yeah.
So now he
takes care of
it's
himself.
only
50,
30.
and
It's
he
only
eats
35
right.
years later.
Yeah, but he would have been 19, 20 at
40.
best.
He's 53.
Okay.
20 plus 35 is 55.
Yeah.
He's 50. He's fine. He's 53. He never smoked a day in his life.
Never
Which
took
back
a
then
drink.
was saying something.
Well, he lives in this footloose town where they don't drink or dance. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Go to the dance, but don't dance. Go to the dance. Don't dance. Go to the dance.
Just don't even go.
Just
don't-
go there.
yeah.
Be safe at the dance. Don't dance.
Just go to the party. Just don't dance.
Are you insane?
And then we get
Gotta watch
the
it
line I started the
Oh,
podcast
John.
with. The fucking Prowler comes out around the corner, and he's the only line of the movie, and it sounds like it's coming through Darth Vader's voice box.
Kind of.
Because he's got that whole mask thing going on.
Yeah, but it's not. It's just a piece of fabric over his face. He's like, "I'm here for a date, Rose."
What's the
That was someone
fucking-
hitting play. On
It
the
was
tape.
Michael Winslow. Is that his name? Michael
I was like,
Winslow.
Yeah, the sound effect.
Yeah, it's him just doing it.
You ever see them those documentaries on like gang members and shit like that, and they have them blacked out? And
Oh
they-
yeah.
sound like that. That's what you just said.
Yeah.
I used to run the streets. I had a pretty tough crew behind me. If you disrespected us, we were gonna fucking kill you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like that anymore. Actually, we got to wrap this up. I got to get my kid from preschool. You don't go out there and like, you don't go out there and disrespect your set, bro.
Yours is
You just
really
don't
good.
do
Yeah,
that.
it is.
I
You
very
know,
much like that.
because back in the day when you're banging, you gotta fucking sling heat. Back in the day, I used to sling that course of meth. I'm trying to be a better person than my father. You know what I mean? Like, hurt people, and I don't want my kids to get passed on. Also, was she a great big fat person? Shit like that will get you a green light, homie.
Yeah, mine just goes into Buffalo Bill.
I'd love to.
And then Pam makes the best horror movie decision ever when she sees him, and she runs up the stairs.
Yeah.
He's
Unless
like
I'm-
clocking it. He's like, if I go in here, she's
did.
gonna go out and run up there. So I'm gonna swiftly
Well, I
go
guess
in there and then.
maybe
Oh, he's
she's-
sheepdogging her.
Maybe she
Yeah.
has trust issues with doors from that earlier scene
Yeah.
because she was trying to run out. We didn't
'Cause
mention
there
when
is
she
that
was
back
trying to run
door
out of the
right there.
dorm, every door was locked for some
Oh, yeah.
reason. I'm like, people left. One of these doors is
It
unlocked.
has to be.
You came
Because
home.
There's a hook on this.
There's a hook.
top.
Yeah, a hook.
But it's not. It's
You
not
can't
just
do
there.
that from
There are
the
like three.
outside.
There are like 3 different doors that
Yeah.
she's like trying and like. Also on that one with the hook, she's like trying to get the hook and can't. She pushes it at one
She's
point and
pushing
it's
it.
almost open.
It's
I'm like,
you keep going. You
give
keep
it-
going.
give it shoulder there
They
Yeah.
said
Put
don't
your
break
butt into
anything.
it.
or dive through it.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Don't break anything. This is a classic house.
It's gonna hurt if you dive through it.
Well, no,
That was the other
museum
house.
Was the other house.
Yeah, there's
This is a
dorm.
piece of shit New Jersey beach house. You can fuck it up and no one's going to care.
I know.
It's just like
that's-
if the Giants won a Super Bowl.
They'll still rent it out next week.
that's
It's
kind of how
authentic.
the farmhouse was. Like just that wood and the doorknobs and just like back when I would summer in Iowa.
Uh-huh. When I watched that kid get fucking killed by that thresher one year. Well, he didn't get killed. He lost his arm. We found it, but we couldn't reattach it.
Much like
I know,
Dolph
my grandfather
Lundgren at
lost
the
his
end of
hand.
Universal.
I feel like
Soldier.
you just always have these stories that are just, they're so normalized for you, but for us, it's like the 13-car pileup and 14 people died. You're like, well, that was the summer in 98. Wasn't the best year.
But so
I
she's
was there in '98.
she's hiding under a table, and Mr. Prowler is looking for her, and it takes him a long time to do what I would have done. from the
Please,
beginning.
Mr. Prowler was my father.
He like looks under one thing and then just starts flipping furniture and smashing shit.
He starts stabbing everything in the room
Well,
with that pitchfork.
except
Except
that
for
bed.
Uh-huh.
the bed.
Uh-huh.
Then he starts stabbing underneath everything, and that's when she's like, "Oh fuck!" He
He's-
wised up.
He's gonna get here.
This is what I wanted to say earlier.
My master plan has been foiled.
I love that she like wasn't whimpering or like making
No,
little noises.
there was
Yeah,
that rat
the
came
rat.
up next to her head,
With
and I
the
was
big
like, "Of
balls
course, there's a
dragging on
rat.
the
This is when she's gonna scream because
Scream
there's a
queen
rat."
moment.
Yeah,
And she's just like dead eye staring at this rat, like you
I was here first, motherfucker.
get the fuck out of here.
Find your own goddamn.
this is not the
loved
den
it.
you're looking for.
Listen here, you rat fuck. It's gonna be you or me, and it ain't gonna be me.
No, I loved it. I loved it. She didn't have to cover her face and do the stupid damsel in distress, whimper cry, try and silence herself.
Yeah.
I loved it. She fucking sucked her balls up like any other fucking woman would, and just
Excuse me.
You heard her.
our balls are sucked up.
Hey, dude, this is the 2020s, okay?
When you were looking for your wife's balls, you forgot to look on the inside.
And just you were quiet. You weren't panting. You weren't like.
Is that how you pant?
Right? You sound like a pug.
Part bulldog.
Exactly.
This is
Well, 'cause
breathing
you know,
problems.
they're like
You
they're crying and they're
brachycephalic?
snotty, and I'm like, no, you suck that shit up, and you're like, Zen,
no, yeah. 'cause
don't make a fucking noise.
in horror movies. It's always like a girl sitting there like,
Help
Yeah.
me, help me.
She's like covering her face. I'm like,
He's gonna find me. He's gonna find me.
I'm so startled right now. I'm so startled.
"Stop yelling! He's gonna find me!" But so she's running away. She slams this door on him, and he's sticking the pitchfork through the door to stop it. Not through the door like Jack Nicholson in The Shining, but
No.
through the opening
Through
of the door,
opening that the chain is not
which is a good. Like, it's not gonna do anything, but it is a good scary
tactic,
shot.
yeah.
All
Like-
work and no prowl makes Jack a dull boy.
Wendy.
Wait, why are you doing Christian Slater?
Yeah, I kind of did more Christian than Jack, but Christian's doing Jack anyway.
yeah.
Christian's been doing Jack for a while.
Oh, do you have a Christian?
We're not gonna trauma dump.
But she breaks the end off this thing, and he's like, "Well, fuck. Now
Uh-huh.
I'm down to my bayonet and my shotgun. Whatever will I do?"
Well, we forgot about the shotgun. At least I did.
She has the business end of the pitchfork at this point.
Yeah,
she's
she
got the
does.
important part.
Yeah.
You now have a cane, a really shitty walking cane.
You can still stab with it. It's got the pokey ends.
Sure, but it's less pokey than
I
this.
would go like this. I'd javelin that shit at
She
you.
has like a Raphael side, but there's like 4 of them.
Uh-huh,
Yeah, there you
exactly.
go.
Raphael put his size together to make a super saiyan.
It's a pitchfork.
It's over 9,000.
Oh shit.
But like, I guess he's trying to do like he's just trying to creep her out before he kills her, because he's like slowly going up to her, which gives, is it Otto that shows up?
Yeah.
Is that, okay, it gives Otto time to show up.
Does she
With the sheriff's shotgun. Which,
Yeah.
Where the fuck did he get that from?
He stole it out of the Jeep when she ran away.
No, because he had it in there.
He saw him,
And-
and the sheriff didn't wake up, so he just grabbed the
Well,
shotgun.
you see what was happening is I was watching
But
to
he
see if
locked
they
the
were
door.
gonna I was
is what
seeing
I'm
if they were
saying.
gonna bang. And it turns out they didn't bang, so I used my secret tunnels to get that shotgun.
That's a different creepy guy.
Because I was
Yeah.
gonna make them bang.
Different creepy guy.
The old man was the one watching the kids bang. This is the one that was at the graveyard. peeping
Yeah, he
at
watches bangs too.
Yeah. But
This whole town
you-
is
you
known
say-
for watching bangs.
You say that the deputy locked the door, or the
No,
sheriff?
no. The Prowler. Once the deputy was knocked out and you think he's dead
Oh yeah, you see him
Because
stick
you
a
see
key in the
him
door and lock
and
it
lock
and
the
unlock
door
it.
behind
Oh,
him.
I guess he did have his shotgun with him, didn't
and he did have the shotgun with him.
Is this the shopkeeper that gets the shotgun?
It's the shopkeeper's special
Like,
needs.
I don't know why I
boy.
kept that boy around for so long.
He's got a skeleton key to this entire
He's the
fucking
red
town.
herring. Yeah.
He delivers groceries all over town.
Yeah.
This
have
is
a
just
key.
this is the shotgun the deputy lost last week, and the sheriff was like, "Okay, you get one more."
He
Again,
got one more.
replacement
Everybody
cops,
gets
dude.
one.
Everybody gets 2 apparently when it
Right.
comes to shotguns.
But this guy just comes out of nowhere, like Deus Ex shotgun blast,
Shocking.
shoots this fucking dude, and you're like, "Oh, he's definitely dead. There's no way he comes
That's
back."
a lot of blood.
I mean, yeah, you saw
the
him
wall.
get shot. He's done.
Yeah.
He
I
bled.
mean, he is not doing well.
No,
They don't give him like the supernatural killer thing, because when he gets up here in a second,
he
he's
can
like-
barely fight homegirl.
Yeah.
By the way, why is he? You had just touched on it, where he's like torturing her before he kills her, or at least like trying to psych her out and stuff. Is she related to Rose? Does she look like Rose?
No,
No.
nothing at all.
She's just an innocent.
She's just a party goer.
Because everybody else gets insta killed, and this is the one where he's got the rose to her, and he's like, "It's time for our date," or something.
Maybe it's one that he fixated on, like some serial killers.
That's what I was
they,
wondering. It's like, was Rose a fucking blonde?
No.
Oh, you know what? We do get a line earlier on it's not fleshed out very well. Maybe editing, maybe writing, But when the deputy is talking to these two other girls that are going into the store right before the sheriff leaves,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, they're in college or they're graduating, whatever," and he's like, "Yeah, they're friends with Pam," and he's like, "Don't seem like the type that she would hang out with."
Yeah,
so
she
he's
does.
like he's got her elevated on a thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he's got a fixation on her.
That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
Yeah.
like those serial killers. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
his
Fucking
main.
Yeah, we're doing some work.
But what is
That
this?
is.
What is this fucking?
The other ones are just thrill kills.
What is this thing though? So Otto shoots.
I was bored.
Before the killer gets back up. Otto shoots him, and then Otto and the girl. There are
Oh,
What
six
is this?
cuts back and forth of them, just like
Yeah,
Just
what is the
smiling
stare?
at
Like,
each other and staring.
Oh,
at
before
each
they
other.
start
you.
tussling, it's supposed to build tension of like,
I'd fuck you. Will they? Won't
Well,
they?
no, like, what are you gonna do? What are we gonna do? We gonna tussle? Do you
Well,
want to
no,
that
it's-
gun?
No,
no,
if
no.
there's,
It's
like,
before, it's
awe in
Otto
their
and
eyes.
Pam
Yeah.
after he shoots
Oh,
the killer.
that, yes.
Yes.
That was, okay, sorry.
They're
yes.
just staring.
That
at
was
each other.
him being creepy, looking at her like she's real pretty. It was her like, I'm
She-
gonna have to fuck this dude, aren't I?
He's like, "I saved you. You have to
He
fuck
saved
me."
my-
And she's like,
she thought it. She played out in her head. She's like, oh no,
Do I have to kiss him?
he's probably not gonna last long. No one's probably ever touched this guy.
"I think my boyfriend's dead."
You know what?
so-
I
Just
bet-
in your pants.
Yeah.
I bet I could. I bet if I could have him have sex with my feet and tell him that's what sex is. Foot fetish born.
Right.
This guy's gonna start hanging under fucking stadium bleachers.
She's dangling and she doesn't even know it. But this, yeah, the Prowler pops up with his shotgun
His
and blows
sawed
this
off.
fucking dude away. And it's a lot of blood.
I had
So
forgotten about
much
the
blood.
shotgun. And it came out. I was like, oh boy, oh, we're gonna get both barrels.
But apparently it was only one barrel that he got because she
Because
used
the other
second
Oh,
one-
that's right.
yeah,
That's right.
to do the other dramatic kill there.
I guess at that fucking distance with a sawed off, it's gonna spread.
Yeah.
She does stick the the hay poker
The
into
pitchfork. Yeah. The hay poker.
She stabs him in the back, and it's awesome.
she stabs him in the back.
It's
yeah.
a Bayhale mover.
And it was funny that behind the scenes reel we were watching of the effects, they're like, they're showing them right before they do the shot and like right after. So the guy is standing there with the costume on and just the pitchfork sticking out of his back, and he's like laughing and talking to someone. And I didn't mention, I want to mention it just because we talked about it on Friday the 13th. I told you guys before on the part one, but so the Prowler's played by 3 different people throughout the movie.
Okay.
All of the actual prowling is done by the assistant director. All of the actual killing, the hands, the close-ups are all, of course, Tom Savini.
No, the one where not Miss
Was it like a
Allison.
class ring still?
Miss Allison is not
Oh, no.
because he's out there, like
he was
in the
pumping
special.
Oh, that's
blood.
right, because he's pumping the blood for that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
But
was
by-
pumping the
by
blood
mouth?
in the pool too. In the pool
No, he's
as
got
well.
this, like-
he was pumping the blood. in
Oh,
the
okay.
pool.
Because the thing I read was like someone was interviewing Tom Savini, and maybe, those years are
embellished.
probably a little foggy.
Yeah, probably.
He's like, I did all those. Or was that Friday the 13th? I don't know. Who's got more cocaine? I'm getting tired. Tom, you're 70. Yeah,
Got
it's
into a
fine.
case of Peruvian whites.
But yeah, there's a struggle with the shotgun, and it's like, what's gonna happen, but it's a tense moment of like, because he's got the shotgun, she's trying to take it, and then she's like pushing it, but it's going back and forth, and you see it going up.
So will
up
they, won't they?
slowly underneath
Yeah.
his chin, and you're just like, come on,
it.
come
Do
on.
it.
And you
it.
see the moment where she realizes too. She's like, oh,
Oh, I don't
well.
need to hold the shotgun.
click,
Trigger.
and just fucking, or I guess he unmasks himself right before that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So that's where we find out it's the sheriff, because
Sure.
she's just
She's like,
screaming,
"Why?"
why? Yeah.
She's not even screaming it. She doesn't scream.
She's
She's like,
whispering.
why? She doesn't scream, right?
I
She's,
love
she's
it.
a whimper queen.
She screams at the end.
Ooh.
She screams at the end.
Oh, that's true. Okay, we do get a scream. I sit corrected.
That's how you
But yeah,
end the movie.
this head fucking explodes.
I'm gonna coin that term, by the way. I sit corrected.
I
Okay.
don't stand for
It's a
much.
podcast term.
It is.
I sit corrected.
But yes, so
Yeah,
shotgun
it
to the
was-
dome.
It was it rivaled Scanners and Maniac for sure.
Yeah,
with,
just the level of exploding
Yeah.
brain matter.
Just nod like you've seen those, and they won't ask you about it.
You've seen Scanners.
You've seen Scanners?
Uh-uh.
No.
What?
What?
Derek had me watch it last year.
Fuck is wrong with you?
So much. How much time
they
do we have
did that
left?
with the shotgun as well from behind.
How much
Yeah.
time do we have left? I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with me.
It's Scanners is David Cronenberg, Michael Ironside.
Michael
The people have
Ironside.
the mind power and they can blow people's heads up.
Ooh.
There's also Scanners 2,
Electric
Scanners
Boogaloo.
3, The New World
Scanner
Order,
Cop.
Scanner Cop, Scanner Cop 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously you both recommend Scanners. Is
Of course.
anything else worth watching?
Scanner Cop, at least.
Okay.
That was good. I
Oh,
like
Oh, damn it, I grabbed the wrong one. Scanner Cop, Scanner Cop 2, The Showdown. Scanner Cop is awesome. I haven't watched the second
Yeah.
one yet. Still got plastic on it. But I
Uh,
watched
Whitney,
the first one.
you do have a type.
I think so, sir.
I don't blame you.
She's like, I love it when people are around talking about things I couldn't give a shit less about. But so it's like the next morning, Pam goes back to the dorm. I was like, the head got blown off. I was like, why isn't that just credits? That's how you should
Yes.
end a movie.
Yes, we
Yeah.
just did Invasion USA, where they end with somebody getting launched out of the fucking window with a rocket and cut.
Yeah.
The Fly does a phenomenal job of a shotgun kill.
Yeah.
Credits.
But
But
Yeah.
we forgot about 2 bodies that have not been found.
yeah, that's what
Yeah.
makes the payoff, because she goes up to her room and she's like,
It's all over.
that
What
bitch
the
is
fuck?
still in the shower?
Yeah, she's like, all I want to do is take a shower. Why is she in the fucking shower still?
I wondered too. I was like, why are you letting your fucking traumatized girlfriend go up to a crime scene right now? An active. Oh, you don't
didn't
know.
know.
Oh, you don't know.
They didn't know at
Uh
all.
oh.
They didn't know
She,
at all.
she was oblivious
Yeah.
to all the blood and, dead
Sorry, I wasn't
roommate.
paying attention to all the ripped up clothing and blood all over their floor earlier. And now I'm not either.
Right?
Since we're not doing like a supernatural thing with this one, we can't have the killer jump back up. Also, he has no head. So we had to get
That would
one-
make it more terrifying if he jumped back up, Derek.
We have to get that one final scare, which this one still doesn't clock, but at least the guy's still got a head.
Uh-huh.
It's empty, but it's on because she opens it and she finds Sherry and Carl in the shower, and she's like horrified looking, and Carl fucking reaches out and grabs her.
All wide eyed. I don't mean wide.
Yeah.
White eyed.
White.
How is he still alive?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. There's no way that thing went down
It's
through the top of
merely
his head.
nerves causing him to twitch
No, he's
like
not
that.
alive.
He reaches out and grabs her.
Yeah,
does,
but then
yeah.
it cuts to her looking and he's sitting there doing nothing.
Oh, I thought maybe he just fell back and died.
No, this is just in her. She's
that was
traumatized.
Oh, okay.
No,
all right.
she's just traumatized.
All right, I didn't catch
Yeah,
that.
she screams and it's like, oh, that didn't happen. Okay, I'm just really fucked up from watching the World War II farmer kill everybody.
I love that, like, the deputy is downstairs and he hears her scream and just kind of looks up at the
Yeah,
house.
they all
He doesn't
just-
run. He's just like,
Why is she screaming? We
Well,
already
the last
killed
time
guy.
Do you wanna go shake her or do you want me to
Jeep
do
and
it?
He fucking hightailed it over
I
there.
had to shake her
yeah.
all night. Can you get out of the car and go up there? and
Yeah,
over?
just do me a solid. I'm all shaken out. Can you shake her? She's being hysterical.
Give her a slap or two.
She might be on her period. Can you go see if she needs 200 tampons for the month?
she's going to space.
She's gonna-
So that's the end of the movie. So we'll go around the horn and do recommendations. We'll start with the guy who
guest.
recommended it and brought it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Do you recommend this movie?
This
No,
movie you
not at all.
own.
Not at all. No, of course I do. Yeah, it's one of my favorite slasher films from the '80s. I think it does a good job in delivering, especially in the special effects and the gore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how realistic it looks. Minus the blood, but they were still working with it back then in the '80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
In my
it
head,
always
this is
had
what
that
blood
red
looks like.
paint kind of look to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
like
still
like
I mean, not quite.
Dawn of the original Dawn of the Dead. that
Yeah,
Savini
I was gonna say
did.
not quite as red paint as
Yeah.
some. It's got a little bit more deeper
He'd
hue.
been
But it's
working
still-
on
It's not
it.
like we're
Yeah.
watching an Italian movie.
But
where
and
it
everyone
literally
here
is
will
red
agree, it
paint.
still
Right.
looks better than whatever CG blood you get.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like, yes, it doesn't look exactly like a
Right.
fucking blood run. Well, but nobody here has seen somebody get fucking taken from behind and
Speak for
stabbed from the
yourself.
front at the same time. Anyone here not from Iowa? 'Cause apparently summers there are like the purge.
Jesus Christ. Iowa, huh?
I'll
But
let
no.
you go next.
I haven't seen
But
the
no,
first
I,
Purge, but I think it takes place in Iowa.
I definitely recommend it. Two
Yeah.
thumbs up.
Oh, we go by
5
3.
out of three thumbs up.
Yeah.
Because in Iowa-
I was born with an extra thumb.
What the fuck is this? What are you talking
Welcome
about?
to my life zip. This is what
How is
I've
Iowa?
chosen to be.
Oh, was it just like a nuclear testing ground that you
Okay,
grew
I
up
am
near
born in
power
Tucson.
lines?
I was born in Tucson.
What the fuck happened in Iowa to give you another thumb?
We're
then?
witches.
It's easier
We
to
were
hitchhike
born-
out of
we're
there if you have 2
hexagonal.
thumbs. You're like, get me out of here quick.
My mom was
Toot
born
sweet.
with extra pinkies.
Your mom has extra pinkies.
Was born with extra pinkies, but they were just little nubbins.
It reminds me of the Saturday Night Live sketch where you remember that, where with the extra toe, it's
Yeah.
like, oh, she would be so hot if it wasn't for that extra toe.
Oh, I was just
And they
thinking
have
of the
the toe
six-fingered
gone.
man.
Dude, the closest I ever got to threesome, a chick had 6 toes on 1 foot.
Whoa.
That's the most amount of toes I've ever had in the
There's
bedroom.
another
We're
person
part
here
of
almost.
we're part of an evolution because you're gonna have an extra digit to do things.
No, you're not. We're actually devolving to not use hands and feet. We have droids doing stuff for us
We're
now.
gonna have 2 fingers and a thumb.
It's
so we
gonna
can
be
hold our
screaming. I'm not
phone
gonna
and
scream
scroll.
her name because it'll turn on whatever the A word is that controls the
It's a echo.
yeah. Or Siri. If anybody listening has an iPhone, Siri, go ahead and download
Ooh.
this podcast.
You should have yelled it.
Hey Siri, rate and review Bad Movies Worst People with 5 stars. I recommend this movie too because I watched it alone and had a fucking absolute blast. I see why you recommended it.
Yep.
It has everything I want from a slasher. The blood is great. The kills are great. Nerps, dude. Not a lot of backstory, which, hey, we're
Hey.
moving out.
Don't
What
need
was the
one, right?
fucking runtime?
89.
89, dude. We are
minutes.
in and out. This podcast isn't, but this movie was in and out. No, we didn't talk about it once while recording. Good score. We had harsh string pulls,
Yes.
like orchestral or orchestral.
I mentioned it a
orchestral.
little bit.
God damn it.
Orchestral.
Thank you.
I
got it
mentioned
right
it
at
a
the
little
end.
bit because I was talking about when they were looking around the house. I was like,
Uh-huh.
it's just the score is creating tension. But
Yeah.
that's the only.
So
time we
in some of
mentioned
these
it.
kills have that harsh, like, just fucking bowing. Yeah,
Yeah.
But
exactly.
not an obnoxious harsh, like the perfect
No.
amount.
Just
So I
enough
think-
to jar you.
And real quick, and
Yeah.
I'll move on. I'll let you get on there. I haven't watched a lot of horror movies until I was an adult, but like this movie is going to make me appreciate the spoofs I watch, like Club Dread.
Oh yeah.
Club
Yes.
Dread. Whoever wrote and filmed Club Dread watched this movie.
That was Broken
because
Lizard.
Yeah,
well,
Broken
that's what I
Lizard.
mean. Like
Yeah.
whichever one of those guys, they watched this movie and loved it.
Yeah.
Because it has all that energy, the killer coming back, and just like his facelessness while everyone's banging. So
Yeah.
yes, go.
I watched this with both my husband and Zip, and we were also I was sober.
I smoke a little bit.
Define sober.
I smoke weed.
I smoke a little bit.
Also was my first time watching it. I
Yeah,
hadn't
yeah.
heard of it yet. I don't know why you never showed this to me in the 20 plus years we've known each
I
other.
probably did. I had a bunch of my VHS tapes at the tattoo shop back in the day. So
Oh, back when you used to draw on my pants.
I drew on pants. I drew on people permanently. I drew on everything. I drew on the whole back wall in the shop.
You did. I remember. It was I missed
Just
those
a fun.
days.
I drew on people. I drew on
I
pants.
draw on everything. I draw on socks.
Yeah.
I like it.
People would have me give them temporary tattoos with fucking Sharpies and shit.
I do remember
They still
that.
do that, and then I make it permanent.
That's how you made this one.
Mhm.
But no, 1,000%. This is three thumbs up. You really should watch this movie.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't do three thumbs.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Oh,
That's
you
usually
gave it a 3
Patreon.
as well.
I gave it
Yeah.
a 3 thumbs.
That's
Oh,
usually
yeah.
Patreon, but we can do it here too.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I recommend it with 3 thumbs.
3 dicks.
I give it 4 pitchfork prongs
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
out
recommend
of
it.
5 or 4?
out of 4.
Oh, okay, good.
I'll recommend it too. I'm gonna be the wet blanket and say 2.5 thumbs because I enjoyed it. But
Are you not entertained?
The middle is just very very slow.
Okay, but I do get what you're saying about the slow middle, and I know you're being a wet blanket by giving it 2.5,
Yeah,
not
that's
3.
what I'm saying.
So
like,
it's fine.
I'm still recommending it. It's
But
great.
that part you're complaining about is so short that it's fucking beautifully breezy. If you weren't a fucking sleepy person,
it is like, I mean, it's like 45 minutes in the middle of a movie, but that's half the movie. But this is a short movie, so
Yeah.
it's not a problem. It's a good movie. Even those scenes that are slow are good.
Right.
That's the thing I was gonna say. Like they're building tension. It's not just like there are slasher movies you watch where they're like, we're building tension. You're like,
Right.
no, you're not. I'm waiting for someone to die. This, because of the music
It was
and
well
and
done.
just and that museum they were shooting in, make a good atmosphere because it's creepy.
Yeah.
So it does. It's good in that aspect. It's just that people stop dying. There's
Yeah.
only
Yeah.
eight, only
I understand.
Only 8 people died in this hour and a half.
I mean, you are talking about 2.5 thumbs out of 3, so it's still
Yeah.
a plus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think I made a good pick then.
You
Oh
did-
no, great pick,
Golf
golf clap.
I need another mic in the middle so we can do it the right way and put our hands out. Do you want to plug your stuff again? So people don't forget? All right, cool. Just making sure.
Pretty much.
This is where I wrote it in my notes, so I want to make sure.
I'll just, plug the Instagram again, zip_tattooist
and that's
zip_painter.
ZIP is in
ZIP.
ZIP.
As in your zipper.
ZIP
Because
_TATTOOIST.
How did you get that name?
Zip?
Yeah.
There was a record store here in town that rented films as well. And it was called Zips. And Krager, the piercer at the tattoo shop I was apprenticing for, he said, because there were too many Matts hanging around. My real name is Matt. And,
you can't use that name.
And he was like, dude, you're not Matt anymore. You're Zip. And here we are 24 years later, and it's stuck. And like, that's how people mostly just know me.
Yeah, because I met you like 20 years ago, probably at the band rooms, and through like some people I knew that you tattooed. And I was there a lot. I didn't hear a lot of band stuff happening. I mostly was people drinking.
Oh, we practiced a lot.
Yeah.
But then once we were done practicing,
drinking?
we fucking practiced drinking. Yeah, exactly. Smoking
That's
weed.
pretty good at that.
But and we were always doing shows with Ugly Stick and a couple other bands back in the day.
Troy's Bucket.
Not only there, but Scrappies.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know if you heard of Rockin' Billiards.
No.
There was a venue next to it that used to be called Wild Boys. And
Yeah.
it was a strip club with, dudes. And so you just had to remember anytime you went to the bathroom, because the bathroom was on the Wild Boy sides, you had to like block this way when you're walking in.
Oh, I'm having a peek. I'm having a peek. I'm curious. I'm not.
There?
Yeah, I'm a straight man, but I'm still like, what's that dick look like?
I think I did see you play then, because I remember going
Probably.
there with Kreger.
Probably, yeah.
That was just for dicks.
No, we went to, it was the
Wild
Rock and
Boys.
Billiards.
I've been there.
Wild Boy.
Oh, I know that fucking ad.
Yeah.
He took me somewhere with that fucking ad right there.
Flashback to the early 90s and shit, the late 90s.
The rumor growing up that, because nobody had the internet, it's just at their fucking availability, their hand, that the reason Wild Boys closed down is because somebody got crabs in their eyes from one of the dancers.
Oh my God.
And like, as a kid, I was like, that sounds terrible. As an adult, I'm like, that sounds ridiculous. That's not a real
It
thing.
does sound terrible, but it
man.
also sounds
It
incorrect.
also sounds wrong.
Speaking of male strippers,
I
next week's
usually am.
episode, we change gears and talk about flubber. starring Robin Williams.
Is he reaching for that segue, or does that make sense?
It's just completely out of
Male
out of
stripper.
Left, out of
Hey,
left
take my clothes
field.
off. Look at that. Gyrating, thrusting in general direction. Oh.
I don't, Flubber's kind of a male stripper. We watched him do a whole tango.
Yeah,
did. He
you're not
did have some
wrong.
moves.
You're not. It's not wearing any clothes.
He's not.
Nah.
He's got a little flubbing dick.
The jury will allow it.
And for those who would like to watch it before we talk about it, it's available on Disney Plus, or you can rent it on Amazon and Apple for $4, or buy it for $18. I mean, it was fine, but I wouldn't buy
Dude,
it
I
for
would,
$18.
as somebody that owns a lot of digital media, 18 is absurd.
What you
Yeah.
need to do is go to your nearby Goodwill, Savers, any place like that.
Bookman's.
I'm Bookman's, wherever, and there's guaranteed to be a fucking copy of Flubber somewhere.
You also could just listen to our episode and see if it's
It'll
worth
be
watching.
Yeah.
It'll be right there next to Titanic.
Disc 1 and 2.
Some Jim Carrey movie in there somewhere too, I'm sure.
And we have our Patreon, of course, that we mentioned earlier, but I'm going to mention it again. You should join it. Patreon.com/worstpeople. You get a bonus episode, a mental health episode every month. Plus, you get our new show, Latchkey Vids. This month, for mental health, we're talking about Major League because of Bob Uecker's passing.
May he rest in pictures.
And then the current episode of Cop Rock is a 3-corpse meal,
Woo!
which is also known as the Baby Merchant episode
Baby
that we've been waiting for. We still haven't got the song that Jack's been waiting for. Let's be careful out there.
No, but what song do we get?
Yeah, if you wait a week or two.
I'll have your baby for you.
Yeah.
And how much is this Patreon?
Patreon's only $3 a month.
$3? That is
$3
cheap.
a month.
That is cheaper than a cup of coffee.
At the time that this comes out, we
Almost everywhere.
you don't just get the new episode, you get everything we've put out. So there's 13 mental health episodes, there's 3 Cop Rock episodes, and we'll have more stuff.
You also,
A
I'm sorry,
teaser.
guys. You also get access to Han Tug Shots first.
Yeah, you get Han Took Shots
Which is a
first,
Yeah,
Star
but that's
Wars
just a
podcast.
Star Wars podcast.
but you get
Nobody
it.
cares
You
about
get
but
it
me.
earlier than everybody else, and you get it with no ads and uncut when we do two-part episodes, which happens more often than you'd like.
Sounds
often
too
than
good
I'd
to be
like.
true. Let me stop you there.
But I'm going to tease something that we've talked about before, that Derek has his student project films.
Yep.
He found
Yes.
them.
Yes.
Yes,
And we
he
are going to
did.
rip them,
Oh.
and we are going to put them on our Patreon. You will not be able to see those without paying $3 a measly dollar a month.
Yep.
That's at least worth $5.
Yeah.
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 There's like
I might sign up too.
Right?
there's like 4 or 5 of them.
You don't even need to.
I don't need to, but I really, really want
I
to see this.
really,
man.
You're gonna pay to be on the show.
Well, I might get it earlier.
Yeah, I found it. I found the discs that have them on there, and there's like 4 or 5 movies that I made in college, and one I made in high school that I talked about on Clash of the Titans.
Yes, you did.
So
Yeah.
you
I've
can watch
seen
that and
some
then
of
be like,
these.
why is this guy criticizing people? And then realize that the tagline of this show is a comedy podcast by unqualified assholes.
You actually might be the most qualified
You
asshole,
are.
but still unqualified.
You have a
asshole.
degree.
There's also one more thing you get on
I have
the
a
Patreon.
PhD.
You get more?
There's actually more
More.
stuff. You get a newsletter, you get some other stuff, but you get ad-free episodes whenever we do video. So
That's
like this
right.
episode that we're doing right now will be on Patreon without ads on video. You can watch it on YouTube with video, but you're also going to watch ads.
If you
No
join our
ads.
Patreon, I'll finish my PhD joke.
Oh, that's a good one
PhD
right there.
joke.
I have a PhD.
You
Go ahead
didn't-
and finish it, and
No.
then I'll just only include it in the Patreon.
Pretty
version.
hot dick.
Ah,
I've been told.
Talking to
who?
my aunt again, have you?
whose circles are you fucking lingering in?
Whose
to hear
circle
about
jerks
it?
No,
are you
sorry,
lingering
my
in?
love life is definitely not a circle. It's a real short line.
So is this A to B?
I'm friends with at least one of his exes.
It's like a pencil
True.
that's been used a lot. You know?
Just ground down to nothing. It's just eraser
Hold on.
and
I don't
tip at
like
this
my
Did
point.
love
he just
life
say
and
that your
pencil
dick
being in the
is
same.
tiny,
No,
or your
his love-
love life
his
is
love
tiny?
life.
I think he
love
said
life.
I have
Not
thin
your dick.
mechanical pencil dick.
No. Just your love life. And it's not
true.
mechanical. You don't put a mechanical pencil in a pencil sharpener. It's insane.
I have to go home and check something.
But that's it for this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. I've been Derek.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Jack.
I'm Zip.
You know what? Tom Savini, we love you.
We
do
love
love
you.
you. Do more, please. Come back.
I've heard you're a dickhead, but I still love you anyway. And I would love to meet you someday.
That's on your theme song.
Oh, theme
It's
song.
almost.
Are you
Mos
doing the
Eisley
Ninja
Cantina.
Turtles? She did the Ninja Turtles as a jizz band.
Yeah, as jizz band. Jizz music. Good God.
Teenage Mutant Jizz Turtles.
We starting early this week.
What did he do to me?